City. The holiday colors are out tonight, and it's fitting considering how the Colorado Avalanche are lighting the lamp of late. See how many times they can light it tonight. Ball Arena, where they host the Florida Panthers. East meets West. Welcome, Avalanche fans. Vic Lombardi here. Well, another game and yet another injury, huh? But the captain won't play tonight. He may miss a couple. Instead of making excuses, the Avs are making things work. Are they ever? Have you seen how many goals they've scored of late? They have a chance tonight to go where they've never gone before as a franchise. A fourth straight game of 7 goals. 4 in a row. At this rate, they may score more touchdowns than the Denver Broncos did today. For the guys calling the game, let's go upstairs. Mark Mosier and Mark Rycroft. Fellas.
All right, Vic, thank you. And one of those guys who could be the quarterback is Nathan MacKinnon. I mean, if the Avs are going to continue to score this way, the top centerman is going to contribute. Riker, he scored in 2 games in a row here, and he's scored in every game since coming back from being injured.
Yes, the irony of it all, through this big scoring stretch, MacKinnon missed 8 of those games, but now he's scored in back-to-back games. And, you know, once it starts pouring in for him, it's going to fly. Perennially leads the Avalanche in shots on goal. That was the pool cue go to quote Moj, corner pocket. There's the slap shots. Those are used to going posting in. They've been going posting out. MacKinnon just starting to heat up.
Starting to be accurate, and so is Andrei Burakovsky. 2 goals 2 nights ago against the Detroit Red Wings. And Riker, if he gets hot, oh my goodness, he's doing it in different ways right now.
Built to score like a thoroughbred, built to run the Kentucky Derby. He can shoot. Naturally a 30-goal scorer. He got a little quiet, had a goal in 9 games, but then he lit him up for 2 like that. The slap shot, you got to shoot the puck, folks, if you want to score. Watch the play by Mikko, backhand, 7-hole. If Burakovsky heats up and MacKinnon heats up, then guess what? That 7 goals is going to go down here again tonight at home, Moj.
If you like elite defensemen, if we got a show for you, 2 on the Avalanche, 1 on the Florida Panthers, 3 of the best will be on the ice this evening.
What can we say about Cale Makar? There's Devontae's as well in the mix, folks. And when you look at Devontae's 15 games, he's got 20 points. Doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the mix on that. Let's take a look at Cale Makar. He's got 12 goals, folks. Well, he's already passed his career high. Not too bad for a season. That move right there that I broke down was so incredible. We know he's at his infancy of how good he's going to be. There's the Gumby. Here's the now famous. Well, go on Twitter, folks, and find all the guys they were mic'd up, blowing away his own teammates at just how good that goal was, Moj. Now Aaron Ekblad, more of a traditional style defenseman. He's their horse on the back end. 24 minutes a night. He's got 24 points. 6'4", 220 pounds, just gets it done in a big old-fashioned style for the Florida Panthers, and he's their go-to guy in the back end. And here it is, the most unheralded, underrated defenseman in the National Hockey League, yet he leads NHLD in points per game at 1.33 per game, getting it done offensively, plus 19, missed 9 games compared to the rest of Devontae's, folks. I think he's a finalist for the Norris Trophy at this point in the season.
He should be, and you asked for it, you got it. The 2 highest scoring teams in the National Hockey League are ready to rock and roll tonight in Denver. It's the Florida Panthers in to meet the Colorado Avalanche, and the puck will drop next, right here on Altitude.
Denver Mattress, we believe a little.
Key.com/avalanche to learn more. And by Cigna, together all the way. Beautiful look at Ball Arena in downtown Denver, Colorado, with Mark Rycroft in for Peter McNabb. I'm Mark Mosier, and this is Colorado Avalanche hockey as the Florida Panthers come on into town. And let's take a look at tonight's starting goalies presented by Holman Automotive.
Well, let's take a look. Sergei Bobrovsky signed a 7-year, $70 million deal and went in the tank, but he's back this year. Has he faced an offense like the Avs? Not quite yet, but we'll see the man they call the Bob and just how he does. And Darcy Kemper, what we want to see, Moj, you and me together, give me a solid 60 minutes, because I thought he was great last game. He just had 2 goals. He probably wants back. Get rid of the goals in a game that you want back. And we got Darcy Kemper rolling.
Face-off won by Florida. Ekblad sends it ahead. Deflected in by Huberdeau, who's having a tremendous start to his campaign this year. Mackenzie Weegar, who's #1 of the NHL in plus-minus, popped that one down the boards. And now McKinnon takes over for the Avs, being hounded there by Sam Bennett. McCarr flips it off for Taves. Kyle Keefe and Vic Lombardi talked about it in the pregame show. The Avs went to Florida back on October 21st and lost 4-1. As part of that early road trip, Huberdeau weaves his way into the Avs zone, and he's stripped from behind by McKinnon. Good play. Here come the Avs the other way. It's given up for Mikko. Down the boards. Rantanen picked up, looking for a trailer on the play. Dishes off now. Johnson to the dot, shoots, and a blocker saved by Bob. The puck flies to the far side, and the Panthers weave their way out again. Lundell.
Love the Bob Moj, but you can tell these teams are both offensive juggernauts. Fast-paced to start this game.
I'm expecting to see a lot of that as the night goes on. Tippett couldn't quite get to the dot, so it's an icing call on Florida. Well, let's take a look at these numbers right now, and 1 and 2 are right there.
Here's what's wild. The Florida Panthers at 3 1/4 goals a game is outstanding, but to have a team almost a full goal ahead of you, we'll call it 3/4 of a goal again, that's incredible, the pace the Avalanche are pushing. In fact, in November, the Avalanche averaged almost 5 goals a game. So we have two of the best offensive teams in the league squaring off. You couldn't have a better ticket in the NHL here tonight.
Newhook lost that face-off, but it's picked up by Nichushkin. Now Taves down the boards, dishes off. Big Val, back to Taves. McCarr is wide open, shoots, wanted to redirect it. It got cut off in the slot by the Panthers as Tippett jams it up ice. Right toward the Avs zone by Verhaeghe on the back check. Nice job there by O'Connor and Newhook to take that puck away. Kale slides it for Big Val. He's immediately challenged as he tried to enter the zone. Pushed to the front of the net and then kicked into the far corner. Good sliding play there by the Panthers, and Radko Gudas sent all the way back down, and this will be another icing call on Florida. Well, former Colorado Avalanche has now taken over behind the bench for the Panthers.
One of the best humans I know on earth, Andrew Brunette. I had the pleasure of playing with Andrew my year with the Avalanche. Folks, you may not remember that season. Joe Sakic had 100 points at 36 years old. Andrew Brunette was a big part of that. They were line mates that year, and he'll love me saying this. I hope he catches the replay. He might be the last bad skating hockey player to play in the National Hockey League, but boy, could he protect the puck. Couldn't skate worth the whip, but when he got the puck, you could never get it off his tape. He has a caboose for a behind. One of the great guys, Andrew Brunette, and I tell you, those guys will love playing for him this year, Florida Panthers.
You can count the number of goals he scored beyond 5 feet away from the net on one hand. I mean, he was always down deep and banging it in from down low.
1,100 games in the National Hockey League Bruno played. That's his nickname. Just an incredible career he had.
Steered in by Comfort, racing forward, Obe Kubel, and he gave it right to the Florida Panthers. A little miscommunication there as Montour swings it up ice. Carried in by Lomberg, and it's stopped by Darcy Kemper at the side of the net. We are 2 minutes and 1 second into the game, and Pavel Francouz is back with the Colorado Avalanche. 4 games with the Colorado Eagles, 3 and 1. He was outstanding. Look at these numbers down with the Eagles the past 2 weekends, Riker.
Moj, it is drill-worthy, if I may say that. Look at the save percentage. The goals against is off the charts. He's back down to the, we need Eric Johnson's luck to pour on the Francouz. Just stay healthy and you are going to be good, and let's hope this is the last time we ever see him out of the lineup for the Avs.
Yeah, we saw him in the preseason, and that's when he got injured.
Weird play when he just fell back like that. It was a goofy play how it happened.
Peter and I looked at each other and said, well, what did happen? You know, it looked worse than it was as that skips across Helm's blade. He'll pick it back up. Helm down the wing for McDermott, who winds in and missed the net wide. Ooh, he missed it wide.
What is it?
Across the red line.
Just a bit outside.
Just a little bit. But in regards to Francouz, I mean, people have asked me, well, how does he look? I said, well, I don't know because I haven't seen him in 2 years.
Right. Last year didn't play at all. The great news is the injury was not related to the off-season surgery. That's what we liked right there.
And he did have hip surgery on both hips. This was an ankle, and so it looks like he's back and feeling good as that faceoff will come out to center ice. The Avs top line is on the ice right now. Burakovsky and Rantanen being centered by McKinnon in 641 days since he last played a game.
That's a career. That's a career for some guys, Moj. Well, we'll see him back here soon enough.
And that's regular season stuff, of course. Off the skate of Taves, Burakovsky. Off in front of his bench. Now Luosterainen brings it in. Down the wing for the Panthers. Drop pass shot deflected up into the netting. Incidentally, for Eetu Luosterainen, talking to the Florida Panthers broadcasters, we take a look at this play again, and they said, listen, Mark, there are 8 different ways you can pronounce his name, even from him. Just go with Luosterainen and you'll be fine. I said, okay.
Watch the play by Kale. Stick in the lane. Yep, get that. If you're going to deflect it, you got to go high field goal style like that, not in the top corner of your own net. Great play by McCarr.
Kale swings it up the glass. Kicked ahead by Mikko, and the Avs have a 2-on-1. Could be a 3. McKinnon in the slot, and a great play by Ekblad, and that's why he is one of the top defensemen of the NHL. The Avs had a 3-on-1 developing and couldn't get that puck on net because Ekblad took the shooter and made a brilliant play.
And I thought Ekblad kind of got out of position. Then he started moving his legs like an octopus. Everything started going towards Mikko. I think Ekblad got a bit lucky to get a stick on that puck.
Avs clear it out, crosses the red line, set back up for Huberdeau. Both teams missing 2 top 6 forwards tonight. The Avs, of course, without Landeskog, who's out a couple of weeks, maybe less according to Bednar. Nazem Kadri is day-to-day. The Panthers are missing Anthony Duclair. He's missed now 9 straight games, and Alexander Barkov, their big number 1, is injured. Avs are offside, and there's a hit on Nichushkin. He did not like it.
Okay, let's watch Ekblad. We talked about him before the show. He's their best defenseman, folks. Look, he's coming over. Oh, Mikko had him on the far side. Watch this. He slides, but he gets stuck, and Mikko just couldn't pull it past the toe. He made a toe save on that play, Moj. What a play by Ekblad, but he almost got burned by Mikko. Nice to be 6'4". That helps out on the toe kick.
It certainly does. Like you and I were on the set today with Kyle.
Way taller than Kiefer.
Absolutely. Gudas swung it up for Tippett. Battled forward in front of the penalty boxes for Hagee. Bodied off there by Newhook. Good back check by Alex Newhook, using that shoulder to drive the man right off the puck. The center ice from EJ, tipped in by O'Connor, and here goes Newhook flying in on Gudas. Not a lot of wood on that puck as O'Connor took a chop at it. Lindell couldn't grab a hold. Avs out of the pile with it. Fed off and tipped up top, and Nichushkin did not have the right angle for that one. We're 4.5 minutes into the contest. The Avs have the only shot on goal so far. The 2 highest scoring teams in the NHL have combined for 1 total shot, and there's an icing call on the Avalanche.
The irony of it all, Moj. Holy smokes. Now, honestly, Weegar, we don't get a whole lot of press with him. He's out in Florida. We don't hear much about it. We know that him and McKinnon played junior together, but Devon Toews is really all that we care about, folks. The secret sleuth of the National Hockey League. The secret Norris Trophy candidate should be on Team Canada. Devon Toews, plus 48, and what's impressive this year, on a team getting scored against a ton like the Avs, still a plus 19. That's 2 off the league lead, and he's missed 9 games.
Behind the net, Thornton flips it bottom of the far circle and escaped the man. Brought ahead now by Obe Kubel. Swings it through center ice and tries the left wing as he puts the brakes on. Centering pass deflected up and out by Florida, and a good job, I believe, by Jumbo to get his stick in that passing lane. Joe Thornton still going strong. Here's McDonald. Popped right into the Panthers zone and then right back out. You wonder if both teams are being a little bit cautious right now because they realize just how potent the other squad is.
Terrified of the turnover, for sure, Moj.
Umberg strip. Obe Kubel gives it up for McKinnon. Could not squeeze it through Weegar, and it's dumped right back into the Avalanche zone. Oh, goodness, the Avs may have gotten away with an interference call right there as Obe Kubel chipped the man. Now McKinnon works it in with speed, trying to get it down the wing, gives it off. Here's Rhett in high slot. Mikko shoots, and it's blocked away. Chasing down the loose puck is McKinnon. Chased all the way to the point. Gives it off for Mikko. Again, he'll turn with that big body. Fires. Knocked down in front. Never got to Bob. And it's up and out off the stick of Reinhart. Well, I like the activity there by the Avs top line. Pushed back in by Renton and Mackenzie Weegar again. Part of that top pair for Andrew Brunette's squad. Did a great job. An icing call here on Florida. And we get the whistle.
Okay, well, I led to it. I almost blew it, but I didn't. But you're looking at former teammates, Weegar and McKinnon, Halifax Mooseheads. Yes, folks, Memorial Cup champions. That goes back a ways now. It's hard to believe. It's been 9 years, right, Moj? I mean, look at that. Teammates, champions. and they both would like to be champions again at this level.
Jonathan Drouin also on that team. Oh,
Yes.
man.
Awesome talent.
How do you not win with those three guys? Avs win the draw. EJ one-timer, and that was blocked. Turnaround shot saved by Bobrovsky as it was let go by Maltsev. Point blank. Into the corner, it crawls on top of the boards, and Ekblad has to jam it to the near side as Erik Johnson pitches in. Batted away from Darren Helm, and Huberdeau rams it up for Reinhart. He'll find the red line and dump. Darcy Kemper, second time he's touched the puck tonight, first time with his paddle. JT trying to spin away. Maltsev got tripped up in the neutral zone. There is no call. And Contra will stuff it in.
Both teams so far doing a great job of not letting pucks through. I know the Avs just had a good shot on net, but for the most part, the defensive style just blocking everything out.
Well, the Avs have never had less than 27 shots in any game this year. They've got 2, and we're 7 minutes in. Florida's got none. What in the wide world of sports is going on around here, Riker? Cycled off now for Nichushkin. Wanted to go up top. Good play there by Verhaeghe. Got his stick on that pass.
If nobody scores in the next 2 minutes, 50 seconds, Kyle's going to have to trade his horse in.
Here's Makar. He'll work it down deep off the post. He almost just made the premonition come true. And Kyle Keefe right now is having kittens back on his set in 136.
Moj, as a player, that was such a perfect shot. My goodness, right off the crossbar and then down behind Bobrovsky. That's how close it was to posting in.
Left off for Erik Johnson. He'll maneuver ahead. Outlets to his D partner. Bumped ahead by Gerard for Burakovsky through the brakes on. Here comes McKinnon. Wants to dish off and now smothered on the near side by Gudas. Gudas is big and strong. We know that. Burakovsky had that one slip away. A little flutter through the air. Glove down by Mikko. Again, he takes a hit. That puck is loose. Kick back behind the cage. Up the boards it goes through Luosterainen. And it comes up and out. McKinnon shielded. Avs on the attack again. McKinnon could not cut through. Avs are the more aggressive team so far in the early going.
Oh, this is a high-energy game. Almost has a playoff feel. Neither team is given an inch or not an easy skating piece of ice out there.
Except for Huberdeau, who walks in front. And a back check by Jack Johnson denied. Bennett on the doorstep. Up it comes for Aube-Kubel. Things starting to open up a little bit more as he dumps it in and gives chase. On it is Ekblad. He'll weave his way through the far circle as he turned on the Jets. You talked about that earlier. Reinhart could not center that puck as McDonald took it away from Bennett. He'll work it straight up the ice. Headman pass finds the target. Avs drag it in and they're offside as Aube-Kubel got stood up just a little bit. We're almost 9 minutes into the game. We've got no score. And Cale Makar was this close to making it happen right off the iron. MGM, the king of sports books.
Well, we can see the over. It's been big for the Avalanche. Florida as well. 2 highest scoring teams in the NHL. We're a little shocked it's not already 2-2. Avs 5-0 against the spread. Heck, they've won 6 straight at home. That's no surprise. And 6 of the last 7 games have been the over. None of those are a surprise. Of course, the ultimate irony is that there's 3 shots total on net in a 0-0 game so far. But Makar came so close, crossbarring down to score, and he can only keep this much offense down for just a little while. But to make Kyle's bet, we got 1 minute and 6 seconds to go.
Old Kiefer, the name of that new horse. Yeah, he's going to have to be traded in, I'm afraid. Well, Cale Makar is on a torrid pace this year. Look at this.
45 goals. I mentioned earlier the record is Paul Coffey had 48. In his first 5 games, Cale Makar didn't have anything, folks, but 10 goals in 11 games for a forward. For Gretzky, Lemieux, you name it, is impressive. To do it as a D-man, and he almost had one here tonight already.
His 12 goals ties a career high, and he's just getting started this year. Up through Thornton it comes. Nichushkin hammered it for O'Connor. If that was not in his skates, he would have had a breakaway. He had perfect position and was flying. Mackenzie Weegar flips that puck up and out over the head of Huberdeau to roll on edge back to the Avs zone. Not enough for an icing call. It's waved off, and the Panthers will get 5 fresh skaters on. Almost halfway through the first period. No shots on goal for Florida. The Avs have 3. Steered in by Newhook. The Avs will get a change themselves. You get the feeling, Riker, that eventually this thing's just going to open up as Gudas is plastered by McDermott in an icing call on the Florida Panthers. Well, look at the company. This is always what is interesting to me, the company you keep.
And it's hard to even fathom guys that have had 10 goals in 11 games span. Bobby Orr's in there. Of course, Mike Green, he was so good with the Washington Capitals for all those years. And Paul Coffey, folks, if you're ever wondering who he most closely resembles, go hit YouTube on Paul Coffey and you'll see that same skating style.
Look at Barry Beck, all you old-timers out there, the former Colorado Rocky.
We just never thought we'd see any players in with these great names because we never knew the offense could come back like this in the National Hockey League. And it's as entertaining as the game can be. Like when you're scoring touchdowns, you like it. When you're scoring goals, the game is so much fun to watch.
I tell Peter all the time, I'm a visual guy. So I need to see those names surrounding Cale Makar, and it always puts things in perspective.
And we know Pete loves goals because back when he played, he scored a ton of them.
Oh, and he himself scored a ton of them.
No, he did.
Wrapped in by Tippett. Up it comes out into the neutral zone. Gathered in by McDermott. And back to the Florida end. To the point. Nice jump by Johnson to keep that one in. Threw it right into some skates. Glove down by Girard. Sammy G pushed it off his skate. Panthers defensively have been pretty good. Lead pass to Tippett right on his tape. Gives it up now. Lundell back into the corner for Tippett. Up the boards. Helm makes that steal, and he'll send it up and out.
I can tell you, Florida's surprising the Avalanche a little bit, I think. Their speed surprising them. They're on the forecheck real hard. There is no free ice for the Avalanche. They got to work for everything right now.
Out to Litt, I should say, tipped in by Lomberg. Here's Darcy Kemper under pressure. Finds the glass. Hit Hornqvist right in the chest. Hornqvist in his career has been an Avalanche killer, no matter which team he's played for. So we always keep an eye on number 70 for Florida. That escapes Taves. Ekblad pushes it in front of the Avs penalty box. McKinnon sends it rink wide. He's looking for spaces. Things right now pretty tight. Back to McKinnon. Can he show that speed? Cut off on the forecheck there by Reinhart. Sent in on net. Bobrovsky sweeps it aside as it comes up the boards. And now it's Bennett. Tipped in by Reinhart. Ekblad activating the defenseman. All the way to the left point. Bennett back down the boards. Now it's Weegar. Turnaround shot. That missed by a mile. Rantanen shielding off with his body on Huberdeau, able to scoot it ahead. Hit the linesman, goes into the Avalanche bench, and a timeout coming your way. 8:38 to go here in period number 1. We've got no score, only 3 shots. The Avs have all of them. Sportsbook update for the first time in quite a while. No has hit.
Well, Mr. Kyle Keefe, he went all in every single night. He's going to have to take that horse back, but to our shock and awe, like 2 heavyweight fighters feeling out in the first round, nobody stepped in there for the big first knockout punch.
Do you feel like the haymakers are coming?
It has to. These teams are too confident. Cale Makar came within a whisker of getting this one, but really, neither team wants to make the first big mistake, and they're forechecking so aggressively. Defensively, they're stepping right up. This is, I mean, this could be a Stanley Cup final here, Mose. This is a possibility.
On tour. On the boards. That one went through the referee. Obe Kubel scooted it up top. There's a turnover, given off down low, and a good recovery by Girard. Avs cannot turn the puck over in their own zone against this team. The Panthers are good enough creating their own chances already. Montour at the point awaits. It'll go near side to Forrest. Huberdeau lets it roll to the point. Pushed all the way back down. That one goes off a leg. Flipped up and out by Sammy G. Lucas Carlson turns and chases. The Panthers going with 7 defensemen tonight, 11 forwards. Jack Johnson for Girard. That puck was cut off by the Panthers. Flying into the zone was Vetrano. Long dump toward the front of the net in the slot. Backhanded save by Kemper. That's his first of the game, and the Avs pound it out. Stoppage in play. And it looks like we have some blood on the ice. Somebody took something somewhere. It's Jack Johnson, and he's now walking down the tunnel to the dressing room, and that's why the stoppage.
Well, the only way hockey players get better looking is you lose teeth or you get stitches. Jack Johnson's going to get that. We'll take a look at some replays right here. In the Avs zone, the offensive pressure, oh, you can see that. That might be right in the ear. Oh, that hurts. I took one in the ear one time, Moshe, and I still can feel it hurting. Does that not look like the ear to you?
Yeah, right the side of the head, Riker, and again, it drew a lot of blood. There's plenty down in the far circle.
Oh, you can see his mouth. It caught him in the side of the mouth. You just hope you, as a hockey player, you'll take stitches all day long. You just want to keep the teeth. The teeth always bite you when your career's over.
Yeah, your ear does look weird. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you. I apologize. Everyone looking at head coach Jerry Bednar. Now the cleanup goes on. Jumbo Joe Thornton.
You know, Joe Thornton was drafted first overall. In 1997, I was a freshman at the University of Denver. Most seasons played is off the charts. And as long as somebody, and he stays good enough to get a contract, he's the kind of guy that will play till he is 50 years old, just like Gordie Howe did. He's an ageless wonder. He's got great size, thinks the game to a T. That beard is now legendary. He's got great hands. He's always been blessed with the soft touch. And now in Florida, he's just a depth guy. Look at the games played, folks, almost 1,700. Just under a point a game. That's because he decided not to retire 7 years ago. But Joe Thornton's a legend. I don't like to say the words he's chasing a cup, but all the best teams want him as a depth guy.
Well, he's one of the best passing big men in the history of the game. And I remember when the trade went down from Boston to San Jose, it was a huge deal, and I was sort of like, whoa, they're giving that guy up? Of course, the Bees went on to win a Stanley Cup championship, and the Sharks were so good for so long, but Thornton, he just had those hands that he can find everybody out there on the ice.
He's got a mean edge, too, and in San Jose, they came so close all the way to the Cup final, the one-year loss to Pittsburgh. Just been on the edge of it.
We're going to take a timeout with 7:45 to go here in period number 1. The cleanup continues after Jack Johnson got hit in the mouth with a puck. With Vic Lombardi.
Well, Mark, write it down. 7:45 left in the first. First shot on goal for the Florida Panthers. Has not been the high-scoring, explosive game we expected, but let me show you what kind of company the Avs are keeping right now. In terms of 7-goal games, they've got 6 so far this season. The most 7-goal games before the 25th game of the season. Those 95-96 Penguins, they had 8 of them. The Kings had 7, and unless things change tonight, I'm not sure the Avs are going to come off a number 6. It is love, love. The lamp is not lit very well tonight, apparently, fellas.
That's okay, at least from our side in terms of the Panthers not scoring. Hey, I'll tell you what's interesting, too. The Avs lead the National Hockey League in first period goals with 33. They lead the National Hockey League in second period goals with 37. They're tied in the third period at number 1 with 35 goals with
the Florida Panthers.
That's exactly right. By the way, back to that graphic, those 88-89 Kings. Okay, Gretzky is there now, right? So he's doing his thing.
Bernie Nichols.
168 points. Bernie Nichols, you know how many goals he had that
69.
year? 70.
70 inside
70 goals.
69 goals.
I mean, Luc Robitaille scored 52. Steve Duchesne was on that team with 50.
I mean, that really brought hockey back to California, right? Those were the seasons.
I'm sorry, he had 50 points, 25 goals. So if you're just joining us, we've had a long pause as the shot came from outside and ricocheted upstairs on Jack Johnson. Ouch, right in the side of the face, right in the corner of the mouth.
He might have been wishing he caught that one in the ear, but that caught him right in the side of the mouth. And as I always say, stitches are one thing. You just hope you didn't lose any teeth, Mose.
Yeah.
Oh, the teeth are tough.
Panthers win this draw. Uyghur straight away. Boom, shoots off of Kemper, and it goes off the glass near side. Screened in front was Darcy Kemper, but he got just enough of it, and it comes out off Renton and stick into the neutral zone.
I thought that hit the post. I thought that went through, and we just didn't hear it. Didn't make a sound.
Here is Cale Makar. It behaved like it did. Burakovsky couldn't send that one through Ekblad. Back to his own zone is Cale.
So if that's the case, both teams have a post/crossbar in the first period. We can take that.
Man was cut down at center ice. Logan O'Connor. There was no call, and the fans here are unhappy about it. Into the trapezoid to the near side. Lomberg awaits. He was chased by Newhook. That's fired off a stick and out. Now here is McDonald. Jacob right back in with it. Radko Gudas finds Horkvist, cut off by Newhook. Avs looking to regain possession and get a chance. It does come to Newhook. Quick shot, saved by Bobrovsky, and he's got to jump to his right. And gets on top of that puck with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Now we've got a dust up on the far side. Newhook and Lomberg go at it. Lomberg just goes over to the hashes and jumped on top of Alex Newhook.
Mose, what did I miss? He came right over there.
Well, they were the ones that were tied up on the near side. And Newhook's going to go off for, what, being jumped at the half boards? Let's take a look here what happened.
All right, here's the shot in the crossbar. Just a little misassignment there. Big slap shot, deflection in front. Here's a second look at it. Slap shot, deflection, boom. Okay, that's 2 crossbars. Then at the other end, right here. Newhook is so quick, he's a gamer. Look at that little shot. Almost slid it through the 7th hole. Here's another look at it. 2 strides, quick shot. Boy, he's got in tight on his own 4-game point streak. Didn't like the poke, here he comes. Now, how out of that? Yeah, we got coincidental matchings here. No, Lomberg came over, he got 2 for rough. There we go, way to draw the penalty. Mose, we're watching so many highlights there. We got a power play to roll.
The Avs are on the power play. It's the first of the game for either team. McKinnon. Attacked by Ekblad on the near side. Huberdeau there. It's bounced down to Kale. McCarr stick handling in the phone booth again. Down the boards for McKinnon. He'll find Kale at the point. He'll walk the line. Steered off. It's JT Compher now inserted as part of the top unit. McCarr walking, shooting wide of the net. Stuffed by Nichushkin and rolls into the blue paint, and the puck is loose underneath Ekblad. It's on his backside. He's content to sit on top of it. And now some more pushing and shoving as Bennett and JT Compher get after it a little bit. Talked about it in the pregame show. I think Compher leads the league in face washes.
He sure does, and it's good to have him back. He always gets in it. I am guaranteeing you, Cale Makar shot this wide by design, folks. I love that they're playing at this level. He shot it 5 feet wide by design, knowing the angle of his boards and his shot to come right back to Val Nichushkin. Oh, you're playing at the top of your game when that's the kind of pucks you're throwing off the backboards, and look at how close it comes to going in. And in comes the pesky JT Compher sliding by, but you know he's coming back. Ekblad sits on it. I'm a little surprised they blew the whistle down just for a player sitting on the puck, Mose, especially in front of the net like that.
Yeah, I don't think that they want to see a lot of sticks getting underneath there in Ekblad.
It wouldn't bother me at all. Fish that out.
Here's Mikko leaning in for the draw. Puck is down, and it's Ekblad to send it up and out.
I thought of something relating to Johnny Cash. Cale Makar walked the line. That's all he does all day long. Like Johnny Cash, he walks the line.
I just love it. And McNabb.
Amazing.
Yeah, he talks about it so much. Again, those feet are outside, but the puck is inside him. He just dances. McKinnon rips that puck in. On the near side, it banged off a stick. Cale has to bat at it as he came out. The Avs are almost halfway through their power play. It's the first of the game for either squad. Now McCarr. Slingshots off for JT Compher. He'll drop it for McKinnon. Right through center ice. McKinnon ran into a line mate. And Mikko Rantanen was offside. Mountain Time is a cold, crisp, crushable lager from New Belgium Brewing in Fort Collins. Game time means it's Mountain Time, so go grab a case.
Well, Mo, did you have a cold Mountain Time the other night? Or did you pass post-game? Every night. Sorry, Doug, he's talking. Mose, you zoned me out there. You were thinking, what beer did I have?
It's just a tasty product. I was exposed to it last year. Florida's won now 12 of the last 16 faceoffs in this game. Here is Newhook in. Gathers that puck back from Huberdeau. He'll swing it around to the near side. Second unit is on for Jared Bednar. Gerard hit by Bennett. That just can't really get set up and get anything cooking yet, and it's up and out again. So maybe the last rush up the ice. Again, the only penalty was from Lomberg. Escorted to the box was Alex Newhook, and then the referee said, no, actually, we can change our mind. Burakovsky bumps it down the boards. Weegar finds his D partner, and a good kill by the Florida Panthers. Overall this season, Florida is in the middle of the pack, 14th in penalty killing, even worse on the road. But they're now 1 for 1 tonight. That was a clinic. Backhanded right back out by Lundell.
Moshe, I will say the Avs have been a little off on a couple passes. Nichushkin missed a few, and right there, Devontae's, he whiffed the puck trying to get it in deep, so they've been just a little off on the stick play so far tonight.
Couldn't get it through Tippett. Little stick handle around. Stealing it. Maltsev. Maltsev then had his pocket picked by Ekblad. Avs stay with it. O'Connor flying right back behind the net. Gives it off. EJ is deep. Centering pass. Kicked out by Maltsev, and a save by Bobrovsky. There's a broken stick, and a penalty is coming up as Ekblad sold it to the referee. Going to be a slash on the Avalanche, and they'll be shorthanded for the first time tonight. Ekblad got up from the ice and was screaming about being slashed.
Colorado penalty number 16, doing it for slashing.
Oh, we'll take a look at the play here, and I wonder if this would have counted. Maltsev just called up. Today, Erik Johnson in front. Watch the back leg. Hey, 15 points in 18 games in the minors gets you a call to the big leagues, baby. That might have been a bit Ronaldo-esque, but either way, there's this. I was trying to find the slash, so there it is. I thought right away Ekblad was calling that one, and the official reacted directly to it. Might have been the wrong call, but that was a bit of a sapling chop going for the Christmas tree by Abe Krubel. So that was a good call by the official. So one power play to another here, Moj.
It's not very often you see a slash where the stick actually does get sawed right in half.
Yes.
Absolutely destroyed. Typically it'll break. Huberdeau finds Ekblad. Stuffed around to the far side. There are the numbers. Florida Panther power play tied for 18th in the league. Have need to pick up the PK at home. They're 29th in the NHL, and the home is way better on the road. Huberdeau walking and looking. Back to Bennett. That turnaround shot deflected. It finds the screen, and the Avs are 28 seconds into their penalty kill.
Okay, quick replay here. I am watching Compher and Nichushkin do something just awesome on the penalty kill. Here we see get it up the wall. The pressure. Watch them feeding off of each other. You see Nichushkin and Compher, they're going back and forth. Great play by Erik Johnson to block that shot. But I seen Compher just press the guy all the way down to the corner. Then he swung around and Nichushkin filled his spot. Great to have JT back. Just another Swiss Army knife type player, can play in all roles and positions.
Ekblad back to Huberdeau. Given off to the top of the circle. Avs did get a stick on. Winged far side. Walking in Bennett. Cross ice pass. Huberdeau in front shot. What a save by Darcy Kemper. That's the kind of thing you need out of big 3-5. And he robs the man on the doorstep. Kemper with his best save of the game. Hornqvist, the Avalanche killer, was right there.
Real slick play here by Florida. You can see cross ice, then he wanted to hit the man in the middle. Look at Kemper. Tracking the puck, and he just comes out towards the shooter, but there's no panic in his play. There, the push, come out, and just when you're 6'4", get the big body, the big pad in front of it. We talk about the big save, Moj. Look at that, he caught it on the elbow. I didn't realize Hornqvist did get it up, and when Kemper came out and pressed him, Hornqvist didn't have enough room to get that upstairs. Nice save.
Avs have yet to clear the zone on this Panthers power play, and Florida wins the draw again. They've won so many draws already. Huberdeau gives it back for Ekblad. Straight away, couldn't get it down the slot as O'Connor blocked that one and paid the price. Cross ice pass, the seam was found. Huberdeau challenged up to Ekblad now. Back down the boards, Huberdeau gives it off Bennett's wrist shot, snuffed away, and it rolls right far side for Reinhart. Saucered up for Ekblad. Again, the Avs will chase at him. Reinhart back for Ekblad. Fumbled that puck, now shoots, it's blocked. Jones couldn't clear. Given down low, Hornqvist, shoot, save, rebound, save! And on top of it is Kemper, and there's your whistle. And now some pushing and shoving. Darcy Kemper holding strong in the blue paint. Several kicks at the can, and he denies every single one.
Moj, is goaltending brilliance. And if you've ever heard the oldest hockey cliche, your best penalty killer is always your goaltender. Right there, Joe just couldn't get it out. That was bad luck. Look at, it's just like staring down like a gunslinger. Who's gonna pull it first? Kemper, he just holds right here. Looking for somebody to go to, and Hornqvist. Hey, that's 840 games in the NHL. He knows what he's doing. Kemper just outweighted him. Wouldn't make the first move. Didn't go down. Hornqvist, he had nothing to shoot at. What a play.
Second unit is on for Brunet. Ripped up top, and there's a long shot. Saved by Darcy Kemper. Comes to JT, and out it comes. And all the way down off of Montour. Down to the final 25 seconds on this penalty kill for the Avalanche. Montour, outlet finds Tippett. Couldn't handle it. Pushed back the other way. This season, the Panthers have allowed 3 shorthanded goals. The Avs are tied for tops in the NHL in shorthanded goals scored with 6. Vegas right up there with him, and a hit on Petrano as he tried to enter the zone. The Panthers were offside.
The toughest part for me in watching that is Florida executed well, but there was a couple times the Avalanche are full pressuring on that penalty kill. I haven't seen them do that rotation move before, Moj. Gave Florida no time to set up. They just got unlucky on a couple of clears, but the Avalanche would do best. You know, they're low penalized this year. 20th in the NHL, that's pretty good. But I wouldn't want to put Florida on too many more power plays here tonight.
Yeah, I would not either. They're moving the puck at will. They have 5 shots on goal on this power play, and now it's over. Zobin Kubel's out of the box. Long lead pass to Huberdeau. Stripped away by the Avalanche, and here comes Mikko. Chase from behind. McKinnon will bat it in. Bobrovsky trying to get a paddle on it, could not. It's off the end boards to the near side, and Bennett is by himself. Up and out it comes. Forsling chopped it toward the Avalanche blue line. Back for Rantanen. Panthers, did they have too many men on the ice? There were a lot of guys standing over at the boards. And then it comes up high in the zone. Panthers back in. Quick shot, kick save by Darcy Kemper. It'll lay on the back of this cage. Puck is loose. Oh no, injury to Hornqvist. He's holding his back as he leaves the ice. He dropped his stick. I'm not sure what happened to him.
I think it's a hand.
Bobrovsky is back in. Tried to kick it for McKinnon. Up to the point it comes for Taves. Straight up top for EJ. Gets around a man and nowhere to go. Taves, he'll walk that line. Dishes off, and now it's McKinnon. Up top for EJ again. Shoots, and it's off his skate. EJ to Logan O'Connor. Here's Taves, not in a shooting position. Can McKinnon get it off? He can. Gets it back. McKinnon. One-timer Taves, and he fans on it with less than a minute to go here in period 1. A chop by Tippett will clear the zone. Luosterainen is in with a wrist shot, deflected up into the netting. And what happened to Patrick Hornqvist? Let's take another look at it. It looked incredibly odd.
Well, we're being told it might have been a skate on the side of his body. Watch here.
Oh gosh.
Look at that. Because I thought he was holding his hand, but he was holding his hand on his ribcage. Now, most guys are going to wear a shirt that goes down that far. And here's hoping that it just scared him, because you don't know as a player what it is right now. You can't tell if you're cut. You can't tell if you just think you got cut. But the fear of it, we hope we see him back soon either way.
Right above the pants too, Riker. Right above.
And underneath where the shoulder pads come down. Kind of where you and I have, well, you have a love handle. I still have a solid 6-pack there, but.
This ain't 2004, brother. I'm sorry to tell you.
Long ways to get to a rib there. But either way, we hope he's okay, and it just kind of surprised him and no real damage. You got razor blades you're skating on out there.
Just a scary situation, and again, it was something that was very odd. Picked up by JT. He's deep in the zone. Comfort to the near side, gives it off. No hook with a shot, and a save by Bobrovsky. It went off a skate first. The Panthers clear it up, but out it comes. Bumped by McCarr. JT swings it right back in, charging his new hook. 3 to go in the period 2. The puck is eaten in the corner, and that will do it for the first period here at Ball Arena. The half streak of 14 consecutive regulation periods with a goal is now snapped.
Moj, I enjoyed the game. Normally it's 2-2 by now, or 4-2, but I'm telling you, you're watching two teams that did not give up an inch on that ice, a couple of posts. Very enjoyable hockey game.
At the end of 1 at Ball Arena, it's the Avalanche 0 and the Florida Panthers 0. You're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. Coming up after the break, stay tuned. Highlights and much, much more coming your way on the Intermission Report. It'll be Kyle and JML and Vic Lombardi with the interview. You won't want to miss any of it right here on Altitude. Has always rooted for the home team. First Bank, banking for good. Member FDIC. And by Cigna. Together all the way. Getting ready for period number 2 at Ball Arena. Mark Rycroft to my side. I'm Mark Mosier. Peter McNabb has the night off. No score, getting ready for the second 20 minutes of this contest. And let's take a look at the Ball Recycle Reel highlights.
Let's pump up Darcy Kemper. Why wouldn't you? No goals in the first period. And here's what I love about Kemper. He outweights the shooter. Just holds and holds. Doesn't make the first move. Look at that. Following the puck. Gets his big body out as close to Hornqvist as he can. Caught that one right on the elbow. And right here, that was a standoff. Old style. Western style. And he just sat and sat and sat. Gave him nothing. Hornqvist was looking to go top shelf. Couldn't get there. Patience as a goaltender. Don't make the first move. That's a sign of confidence. And look, he got about 6 or 7 whacks at it. That penalty kill, Florida absolutely dominated. Kemper saved the day, or we'd be down 1-0 right now. So great to see him have a good first period in this game.
Some good news. Jack Johnson got the repairs, and golly, that's a big repair.
I've been there.
Oh.
I've had one of those. If you kept your teeth, you don't care. Here's the hardest part. It's tough to eat for about the next 3 weeks because anytime you get something on the inside, I guarantee that might clean through. It stings like crazy. So any lemons, limes, citrus, whatever you get, it makes your eyes water.
No, it's a lot of rice and bread.
Hey, I don't miss those days, Moj. I took about 50 stitches to the face, and I'm good with none the rest of my life, if that's good.
Set through Uyghur all the way down. Here are the Geico stats for bundling made easy. Go to geico.com. As you can see, each team with 9 shots on goal in period at number 1, and those are the chances. The Avs made the most of their 9 shots. Florida only 3 total. More stats coming your way with the blocks. Pretty even, Steven, first 20 minutes.
Yes, and there's Hornquist back as well. So maybe he got a couple stitches, but he's smiling, thank goodness. We don't like to see these guys hurt. But back to the stitches on the face of Jack Johnson. Usually before you eat, you put a numbing cream on the inside of your mouth. And you got to eat as fast as you can before the cream wears off. So then that's the only way you can eat for about the next month.
I'm sure that's very tasty. Does it come in flavors?
Yeah, it just comes in plain. It's just a tough go.
Get some beef bouillon numbing cream. Riker, I smell an opportunity. Set ahead now for Mikko Rantanen. Burakovsky had gone off on a change. McKinnon keeps it in. He's loose. McKinnon to the near side, and the puck got away from him. Wrapped all the way to the point. Waiting for now is Girard. Up top for McKinnon. Back to Girard down the board. Scoots it in front. And the Panthers did a good job to read that. Did not allow Nichushkin to get the redirect off right in front of Bobrovsky. Crosses the red line. Eric Johnson sends it right back into the Florida zone. Bobrovsky finds Mackenzie Weegar. High off the glass. It escapes Girard. Here comes Tippett down the right wing. Has a man in the slot, but he'll drop it behind him for Lundell. That pass never got through. And both teams right now, Riker, I don't know if it feels that way to you. They look identical the way they're playing the game. And again, denying passing lanes and so on.
I totally agree. And what they're eliminating is the grade A chances. They're keeping everything to the outside, deflecting pucks like that play right there. The neutral zone is kind of clogged, but look at McKinnon and Rantanen. They haven't had a clear-cut shot all night.
Newhook with a shot wide of the net. A little flip by Jost. It was cut off by the Panther player, but did get to Alex Newhook. McDonald, the outlet to Jost, and he got cut off right in the neutral zone by Lomberg. Hornquist repairs, throws it to the front of the cage, and it's stopped by Darcy Kemper.
Well, just as I was talking, Moj, Alex Newhook, who's on his own 4-game point streak, he's had 3 goals in a row. 3 games in a row with a goal as well. Watch a sweet little soft pass, and I love it. Doesn't even dust it off, and that's the key. Look at Tyson Jost. Might have gone off the shin pad. Ton of spin on that puck. He's trying to go top cheese. Look at Bobrovsky, though. He comes way out of the net and just challenges the player. Nothing to shoot, but Alex Newhook is a gamer. He doesn't have size on his side. He's about 5'11", 190 pounds, but he's got really quick feet, really quick hands. That's what you need at this level to succeed.
I'm not sure what a shooter can see in that situation. Turnaround blocked away by the Avalanche. All you can see really is a lot of 72, no net, when he flashes out that far.
And Moj, that's why all the time, if you got nothing, you just shoot 5-hole, and somehow, some way, it decides to go in.
Back to the Avalanche zone. Jack Johnson in his repaired face. Dishes off for McDonald. A little bit too far. Oh, my goodness! A huge hit on Jacob McDonald, and he's out. Lomberg just laid him out, and here comes Obe Kubel. He is in trouble. We're going to have a fight far side. Obe Kubel's angry as heck. Couple of jabs there, and McDonald is down on the ice. He cannot get up. In the far circle, they'll continue to tilt, and then as Obe Kubel ends up on top of him. Trainers out now for Jacob McDonald. Oh, my goodness gracious. A very scary hit inside the Avalanche zone. Florida trainers coming out. Doctors are coming out. Ryan Lomberg came into the zone and just leveled Jacob McDonald. Oh, you hate to see that.
At any time, in any place, and head hits have been a hot topic for us here lately. We had Jacob Trouba that hit McKinnon, and the night before that, I believe it's Kahari, if I'm saying his name right, from Chicago.
Yeah, Jujhar Khaira.
And Lomberg's not a big guy. He's 5'9", 175. He's more of a veteran guy. He's older at 27 years, and the replay is going to show us all we need to see. What was the first point of contact? Was it through the body?
It was.
So, boy, he's out on impact. So here's what it's going to come down to, Moj. Boy, that's just... And by the definition of the rule book, that was no different than the McKinnon hit. It was clean, it was through the chest.
And I guess no different than the Kara hit either.
Yep. And McDonald gets caught with his head down. And my feeling, Moj, if these hits continue to happen, the NHL is going to move and they're going to change their rule. Like they do in international hockey, you cannot make contact to the head at any time, no matter what. And maybe a lot of fans want that. I'm not sure, but that's a clean hit. And it always takes a few injuries, and then they change the rule. It's just the way that it has to happen. And scary deal, boy, and he was out before he went down. Thank goodness his helmet was buttoned tight.
That was very much like the hit on Kara by Jacob Trouba last week before he caught McKinnon on the following night.
But Moj, you agree, per the laws of the game, that's a clean hit. He comes right through the body.
It's impact with the chest and the head at the same time. And so you get the whole upper part of the torso and the head in one instance. And again, if it's going to be a penalty, it's going to be just head only. We just care about the health of Jacob McDonald and care about his care down there, as he was not moving for quite a while, and a lot of personnel came over. All the Avalanche personnel, you see all the Panthers personnel is also on the ice, and you're happy to see that. In this kind of situation, it is all hands on deck from all the medical personnel, as Lomberg is in the box now. Obey-Kubel also in the box.
And Lomberg's not enjoying this as well. You're out there to play and compete. Whenever you see anybody injured to this magnitude, it always just kind of brings you back to the point that it's just a game. But it makes you wonder, Moj, is that something they're going to look at? Are they going to move to the international ice hockey rules eventually and just say no matter how vulnerable a guy leaves himself, are they going to eliminate hits to the head? So in this play, if you look, McDonald has no idea. He's got his head up. He sees him there, makes the pass. And then he let up any kind of defensive ability. So watch right here. Now his head's up. I think he sees him there. I don't know how he doesn't. But the way he takes the hit, I know as a hockey player, he left himself wide open and vulnerable. Heads up, he sees him, but then does nothing to get his hands up to protect himself of any kind, which makes me think then he didn't see him. But when you're stretched out, comes through the body.
They'll take Jacob McDonald off the ice on the stretcher. The fans give him a hand.
That's where they
hope for the best. Yeah, they slide him on the ice until they get off the ice, and then they put him up. They don't want him sliding off, falling off the stretcher, or anything like that out there on the ice.
That happened to Mike Modano like 20 years ago. They had him on the stretcher, and then it slid over to the side, and 6 guys are trying to carry an injured guy in a neck brace, and the stretcher's on its side. That wasn't a good look.
No.
So the ambulance is right out there. It always sits there for every single game. We say hi to the guys on the way in, so he's got the best possible care that you can have, as all the professional sports do, junior as well. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shock and awe moment, isn't it?
And that's what it is. It's such a startling situation when you see a guy out before he even hits the ice. And that was the case again with Jujhar Khaira, and that was the case with Jacob McDonald. Luckily for the Avalanche, Nathan McKinnon was able to avoid that last week at Madison Square Garden.
And no suspension for Trouba on Khaira or McKinnon. This right here, I would say a very similar hit. I don't imagine there's going to be any additional suspension. There's no additional penalty on the play besides the fight. So it's a big, tough sport here, Moj, and sometimes it's a little kick to see a guy hurt like that.
Long shot, save Kemper right off the bat as Weegar let it go. We'll go 5-on-5 still because both guys are in the box for fighting.
It comes down to this, Mark, I want your opinion on it. Is the game gotten so fast that maybe you need to eliminate all head hits, so then a guy coming in has to pull up? Does it come to that, do you think?
Well, I mean, guys, again, Lomberg's not slow. Guys they're able to cover so much ground so quickly. Into the high slot, Verhaeghe, challenged by McKinnon, taken away by Mikko, and he'll send it off a leg and out. Ekblad dumps it right back in. McKinnon swings it off, and now Makar takes over. Up to Burakovsky, chipped in by Reitman down the wing. Ekblad shielding with his body. Far side, Taves couldn't hang on, but McKinnon can't. Saucers it off Mikko. Not a lot on that turnaround one time. Down in front, quick save by Bobrovsky as Renton got 3 and was able to get the shot off for the Avalanche. That's their first year of period number 2.
And that was the first big turnover, I think, in deep by Florida. Mikko just came across and picked off that pizza. Had a great shot on net.
Then ahead, McKinnon can't split the traffic, gives it up to the near side, and that passes behind Rantanen. And again, some of that has to do with the Panthers taking away those passing lanes. Vetrano steered it up ice, racing forward as Bennett down the wing, picked up by Girard. Puck rolls to Reinhart. Top line is out for Florida right now. Again, Panthers playing without Barkov and without Duclair. 2 of their top forwards. The Avs the same without Landeskog and without Kadri. Nazem Kadri did take morning skate today, but he's still day-to-day. Stolen away by Maltsev. Can't work his way through traffic, and a nice play there. And knocked down to the ice was Reinhart by McDermott. And now Gudas and McDermott want to chip at each other. They will not go. Reinhart gets slashed there by McDermott. Funneled back up ice. Everybody wants a piece now of Curtis McDermott, including Gudas. They continue to goad each other. Puck to the far side. It comes out into the neutral zone.
Moj, I love it. We haven't had a player like McDermott in so long that he's out there running the roost, and he's going to get Florida off their game. Great shift, and he never took a penalty.
And I tell you, he invited Radko Gudas, who said, no, thank you. Out in front, O'Connor couldn't backhand it away as Forsling got on it. Taken by Logan up the far side, and eventually he stripped.
And for Radko Gudas, that was a good way to not take the invitation. Smart on him.
Verhaeghe sends that one around Johnson. On the back check, it's Logan O'Connor right in the mix, and it's knocked away to the near side. Taves all alone. Back it comes for Jack Johnson. Up the glass, through foul, foot race, and icing. Good job by Montour to raise, and O'Connor thought he got there.
All right, well, the crowd is into it. Let's take a look at Mikko Rantanen right here. Grabs that shot, and then watch the nice little play, right? Oh, I thought he turned on a turnover there, but that was a great pass. Across the way, a little whiff, bit of a muffin, then watch a pass by Burakovsky. In tight, tries to sneak that 5-hole, and then here's McDermott coming in. Boom. That might have been a little after the whistle, Moj. I'm not sure.
A little after the puck was way gone.
And Radko Gudas is tough, but he's not McDermott tough, so smart play keeping the gloves on for him.
Carlson bumped that puck into the corner. Avs regain control, and O'Connor sends it ahead. Taves got just enough on it. Avs now getting a change. Florida reloads. Here is Lucas Carlson sending it in near side to far. Off the bench. McCarr bats it for Jack Johnson. Orkvist is on it. Taken away by the Avalanche. They can try to catch. The Panthers in a change. McKinnon drops it. Jones with a wrist shot and a save by Bobrovsky.
Nice play at the blue line here, McKinnon. He loves challenging the center of the ice. One of the biggest changes he made from his rookie years to his veteran Hart Trophy years. Watch this. Right to the center of the ice. Forces the defenseman into a pickle. Any kind of rebound on that play, and JT Compher is going to have 2 goals in 2 games. But McKinnon, when he first entered the league, he was always down the wall. Then he would turn up. He was predictable. Then one day, he decided, you know what, I'm going to challenge the defenseman every single time I come down. He pushes the center of the ice. They don't know who's got him. He dishes or burns him, and that's what's made him a Hart Trophy nominee 3 of the last 4 years.
Ekblad. Now it's Girard back to Kale, back to Sammy Jean. You saw Ekblad coming off the bench. I mean, he was hauling into his own zone when he saw the Avs on the attack. Ekblad, he's a big fella, but he is fast. Another icing call on the Florida Panthers. All right, it's time for tonight's Taco Bell tape. Bit of a late dong there, right?
Take a look at it right here. Ball Arena. We love home cooking here at Ball Arena. Look at the stats, folks. Just outscoring opponents 46-21. We got a 6-game home winning streak, undefeated in 8. The power play is cooking. I'll tell you, we could use one of those goals right about now.
The Avalanche this season in the second period outscoring opponents 37-21. Each team sitting on 11 shots on goal, and number 11 drops it for Bennett. Couldn't put it on net. Ekblad reverses that puck as down the boards goes Newhart. Took a hit from Huberdeau. Reinhart battling. Here comes McKinnon. Works his way down the right wing. Good play by Mackenzie Weegar to get a stick on that, just swiping in every direction. Bennett for Huberdeau. Filling in is Ekblad, poked away by Cale Makar, and the Avs trying to catch the transition. And it's too far in front of Mikko. He was at the end of his shift anyway.
That's the only difference in this game is the Avs are missing the tiny plays. That was a simple bounce pass and just too far ahead of Mikko. They're just a little off on their puck passing tonight.
Eric Johnson now ahead, drops it off for Taves. So the Avs defensive rotation will see different partners at different times with the loss of Jacob McDonald. Right now it's Taves and EJ out there together. Radko Gudas bangs it up for Tippett. Falling down was Taves. Tippett is in. Lost the handle, gathers it back in. What a save by Darcy Kemper. He goes right to the top of his crease. He creeps a little bit beyond the top of his crease, and he gave Tippett nothing. 13:09 to go, period number 2. We still got goose eggs on the board.
Game here at Ball Arena, things starting to ratchet up. We hope Jacob McDonald not as hurt as the injury looked to be. It's been a solemn week here in Denver sports. A few days ago, the Denver Broncos announced the loss of former Bronco great Demaryius Thomas, and look how classy this gesture is. The Avs with their puck stack number 88, and they come out on the ice. I went to the Bronco game today. Everybody wearing 88 jerseys in honor of the late great DT.
Gone far too soon, Vic, at the age of 33. What was a sad day on the radio show on Friday, and will continue to be. Avs are offside, as you can hear the linesman shouting. Our condolences to DT's family. Such a great guy and a great player. And a wonderful display outside of Mile High today as well, as the Broncos destroyed the Lions, pushed down deep and a little overpassing by the Avs. And Joe Thornton rams that one ahead. Avs got to get back on for Heggie, and Gerard does, and blows him up. Holy cow, here comes McKinnon. Racing into the zone, McKinnon. Oh no, and we have a whistle. And maybe a too many men on the Avalanche, or is it?
Say it isn't so, Moj.
I'm not sure what happened. I don't think so. Lomberg's out of the box.
Well, what a hit by Sam Girard. Comes back, the physical play. Oh, sweet. Not a whole lot of stature to Sam Girard, but pulls up, and Sam reads it and says, yep. Little payback for McDonald on that one. Feet are up out of the air. What a beautiful thing. Then McKinnon comes back. It must have been offside. Had to be the call, Moj. It looked close.
It must have been. I did not see the linesman with his arm up either. Or I mean, at least I didn't see anything.
Yeah, and where the faceoff was, it guaranteed was offside. Oh, it's unfortunate.
Had to be. Knocked down with a high stick, but the Panthers bring it in. It's Bennett. Centering pass deflected away by the Avalanche. Burakovsky. Dancing around now is Makar. Throws it down the boards, trying to track that puck down himself. Forsling got chipped, and a penalty coming up on the Avs. Going to be a high stick. So the Avs will be short-handed for the second time in this game.
Moj, this is the closest feeling to a playoff game we've had this year, because it's been a sheer run-and-gun 1980s Oilers versus Philadelphia Flyers, 7-6. But now we're down to tight checking hockey game right here.
Makar has now taken minors in back-to-back games. He's only got 6 PIMs on the season, including this one.
Colorado penalty number 8, 2 minutes for high sticking.
Makar's hot. You never see Makar get hot. So let's take a look at just what happened here. So he's claiming the player put his own stick into his face. Now, Moj, I know you have to be in control of your own stick at all times. It doesn't matter if a player flips your stick into his face. I believe it's still the right call. You know something I don't on that?
Well, no, Makar was red hot.
He was hot because the Florida player lifted his stick right into his own face. That's why he was hot.
Ekblad.
Pure accident.
Now Bennett. Here's Ekblad with a wrist shot, wide of the net, trying to find a heat-seeking missile with the far post. Huberdeau had it chipped away. It'll roll all the way down. So the Panthers with their second power play of the night. The Avs have only had one of their own. Bennett works his way ahead. Poke checked at the blue line. Nice play by the Avs.
Fantastic.
This is just one of these old-fashioned who's going to blink first kind of games between the two highest scoring teams in the NHL. O'Connor got a stick on it. Reinhart gives it for Bennett. Now it's Hornqvist. Paid the price to get that puck in. Racing forward is O'Connor. Reverses it. What a good play by O'Connor. And EJ will send it off the boards and all the way down.
Great job by the PK, not letting anybody get set up motion. The physical play in this game, has this been the most physical game of the year I think we've seen to date?
I would say you're right. Verhaeghe couldn't get it in, but the Panthers are onside and looked very close. Gerard sends it far side and it clipped Thornton right in the skate. Jumbo gives it up top now. Back to Thornton, tried to pass it. Jack Johnson on him, couldn't clear the zone. Verhaeghe with a shot and it was off of Thornton and wide of the net. 30 seconds to go in the kill. Jumbo gives it back. Tip it to the point. Now it's Petrano walking down deep. Verhaeghe gives it back to him. Has cut off the exit. Here's Jumbo to the far side, and Tippett missed the net by a mile. That puck will go all the way down, and he's not happy. You can hear it.
Yeah, no, he misfired. He had one right on the tape, and I think Kemper was on his way over, but there was some net there, and he completely misfired on that shot.
Out of the box comes Cale Makar. Dumped on net, steered aside by Darcy Kemper. Avs can't clear the zone. Mackenzie Weegar on a spinorama move. Pinned by Makar, but puts the puck down deep. Blomberg rammed it up top. Forsling lost the handle after it is foul. Couldn't get there. Oh, and a hit on Forsling as the penalty box door open. Here's EJ. Bangs it up the boards. Nichushkin still on the ice. He doesn't care. Fights for it on the near side, but there are 4 Panthers in the mix, and it's banged up for Hornqvist. Avs take it away. Nico couldn't get a hold of it. Right back in comes Hornqvist, and there's Taves. Chipped away by Devon Taves. Here comes Burakovsky. He'll work his way in. Verhaeghe trying to track him down. It's cuffed up top. McKinnon gives it off, and that pass missed Gerard. He could have had a wide open opportunity. And the Avs just off a tiny bit.
Oh, that's a wide open play for almost a guaranteed goal and couldn't make the pass. They're just a little unsharp once again in their tape-to-tape passing tonight.
9 times out of 10, McKinnon will take that shot himself and chose not to there. Very unselfish.
And 10 times out of 10, he makes that pass. It's just one of those nights.
Tippett made the steal. It's kicked in front, and back to get it now is Burakovsky. Long outlet finds Mikko at center ice. He'll bring it in. Has Newhook with him, but he could not get it through Montour. A hit on the near side by Burakovsky on Huberdeau. And everybody's now getting laid out. Golly, Ekblad to Huberdeau. Tried to find Bennett, could not. Newhook will twirl and twist and bring it ahead. Down the wing into the back check, stolen by Bennett. Here come the Panthers through center ice. To the Avs zone with a wrist shot. Glove by Kemper. He's going to hang on to it, and a timeout is coming up. 8:07 to go in this second. We've got no score at Ball Arena. And Andre Burakovsky returning a favor on Jonathan Huberdeau. $100 to youth hockey. Tonight we feature the Colorado Rampage 10 and under B Navy team. This year's Silver Stick Regional Tournament champions are headed to Pelham, Ontario, Canada to represent the Rocky Mountain region. It's awesome. To learn more about youth hockey in Colorado, please visit co.hockey. And kids, when you get a little bit older, if you ever were lucky enough to make it to the NHL, you may get into a physical battle like we've seen here tonight between these two teams.
Well, these are pro athletes at the top of their game, and it's cutting edge, folks. But I feel like we just went back in time 10 years. The hits, the fights. It's a playoff game. It's a first round. It's a second round. It brings me back to Detroit, Colorado back in the day. McDermott getting in on it. Sam Girard, all 5'10", 175 into that one. Hits in the corner, the side. And I love Sam Girard, just looking at him right there, getting into the game. You know what's amazing about Sam? The first 7-8 games, remember he was getting hit all over the ice? Now he's become invisible. Why is that? Because he found his speed, his mojo. Nobody can touch him. Nobody can catch him. He's invisible, which means he's playing perfect hockey. And now he's dishing him out on the sidewall. I love it.
JT Compher leading it in against Jumbo Joe Thornton. Avs win the draw. Cale sends that puck high in the air and out. It'll bounce back to Ekblad. Pursuing him was O'Connor. Nice move made by the star Panthers defenseman. Avs keep it in. Obe Kubel trying to find O'Connor. Logan staying with the play. Up to the point it goes now for Jack Johnson. It's Makar, a shimmy move and a shot. Knocked out in front and swept wide by Kubel. In fact, Bobrovsky may have gotten that left pad down in the way. Ekblad able to fish it high in the air and out back to the Avalanche zone.
Boy, look, even though they get stuck in their zone, Ekblad puts out a look at Florida, forcing the pressure, but that's the best offensive chance as have had in a while here tonight.
Chopped in by Copper, did not get it deep. Down goes Tippett. Kubel still on the ice on top of him. With Toronto trying to dig at it. Lundell is there, and it comes back to the neutral zone. Taves right back in. Avs are getting a change. Kenzie Weegar just pitchforked that one up and out. Rink wide pass. Swept ahead by Verhaeghe. Picked up by McKinnon. Verhaeghe with the brakes on. Couldn't stick handle through two Avalanche players. Good job by Taves to help out his centerman.
And great job by McKinnon coming back. He seen the Demon was a little off on the pace, and he flew back, worked his tail off to eliminate that scoring chance.
Neither team wants to give an inch tonight. Push back behind the net for Verhaeghe. Could not center it. Aaron Helm pivots. Here's Taves, always sure-handed. Burakovsky got knocked down by Forsling. Kept in by the Panthers and down the slot. And everybody all over Bennett. He could not get loose.
What a play by Sam. What a play by Sam Girard, just picking that puck out of the air.
It's Huberdeau. Maltsev was on him. Back to Huberdeau it comes. Scooted up ice. Out of the reach of Bennett. Fired ahead through Maltsev, though. And out to play it is Bobrovsky. Slams it across his blue line. It's up in the air to Bennett. Avs take a poke at it. Into their zone it goes. There is Taves. Always so calm. Maltsev right back in. Turns and shoots, and it went right off of Montour. Again, Maltsev with the Avalanche earlier this season. Back to the Colorado Eagles, and he's played well. First call up. Tyson Jost winding his way down the wing. He'll chase down that loose puck himself. Off for Val. Set up top for Johnson. EJ. Dishes off for Nichushkin. Reverse direction. Val to the side of the net, and that's batted away by the Panthers and pushed to the near side. Montour has to find the boards, and all the way down the ice it's played by Kemper. Swept off for Kale. There's Lomberg all over him. Off the glass and out it comes. Avs turn it over. Jumbo drops it for Lomberg. Wrist shot. Glove by Darcy Kemper, and he will give no rebound as now we have some pushing and shoving. Makar's into it. Just 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in period number 2. We still have no score between the two highest scoring teams in the National Hockey League. It's not for a lack of trying. Nicholas Kubel right on the doorstep, couldn't get it home. Future is in your hands, presented by the Ball Corporation.
Okay, folks, a lot of information here. Look at the games with a -0. That means every single game this year against a team that allows a lot of goals, Devontae's has found a way to be a plus. Now, the two best players plus-minus in this game are Ekblad and Weegar that play for Florida. They're +21. They played 9 more games than Devontae says, because he was actually 11 more games. They played 2 more. Just outstanding play. 20 points on the season. What a signing. What a play. Maybe Joe Sakic's best move as a GM to date, Moj.
Yeah, you know, again, the Islanders couldn't keep him under contract. They didn't have a room. And
salary cap, it worked in our favor on that one.
Joe Sakic says, I'll make you a deal. And made the trade, got him over. And I've said it so many times. I don't know if Avalanche fans knew what they were getting, but they do now. Shot! Saved by Kemper! Right through traffic, and I don't know how it got through. There were 4 bodies in the way. Lobbed in by Kubel. Logan O'Connor bodied up. He'll stay with it back behind the net. Now Gudis lays a big hit on him, and all the bodies start to hit each other down to the far side. On the back check, Makar, hounded by Bennett. There's JT Compher selling out deep in his own zone. Compher trying to get his stick free. Down to the ice goes Reinhart. Good play there by Bennett. Tried to put it out front. Avs get a hold of it, and Kubel finds some real estate, and out it comes.
You know what Cale Makar's done a great job of as he's played a few more games in the league? Keeping himself out of the way of the big hit. Let the stick take the hit. You're faster. Don't take the big punishment. He's got real smart at doing that.
Here is Nichushkin into the neutral zone. Could not bust it through Forsling as Bobrovsky thought about playing it. Gudis up the boards with it, and knocked down was Rantanen on the hip of Luosterainen. Johnson ahead again. Mikko sends it off. Maltsev, patient in front, shot, saved by Bobrovsky as he robs Val Nichushkin point blank. That was close.
And Moj Maltsev has been fantastic tonight. I mentioned 15 points in 18 games in the minors. Here's Mikko over to Maltsev. He holds and gets it right on the tape of Nichushkin. And oh, you'd see it just almost slides under the arm. Look at Maltsev. Brought over in the Ryan Graves trade, in case you wondered how it all happened. Oh, Nichushkin, you know what he did, Moj? He pulled out the 56-degree lob wedge. You need to pull out the 58. That would have put it just over top of the arm and under the bar. But things are happening so fast out there. Nice save by the ball.
You bet. Let's go downstairs. Vic Lombardi here with a very positive update, Vic.
Fellas, an update on Jacob McDonald, who was stretchered off the ice early in the period. According to the Avalanche, he is alert, responsive, has full movement. He's currently undergoing further evaluation here at Ball Arena.
That's very, very good news. McCarr threw it down deep after it ricocheted off the boards. And the Panthers able to bring it ahead. Swept down deep by Verhaeghe. Now McKinnon. Couldn't slide it through Lundell. Bouncing puck. Here is Girard. That's great news that he's not at the hospital. He stayed at Ball Arena. Picked off by Burakovsky. Fires it up for McKinnon. Tried to spin around Ekblad. Here's McKinnon to the circle. There's a shot and it's knocked away by Weegar. And back to get it, Eric Johnson.
Moj, you know the play that's going to make it is not going to be the fancy one in this game. It's a wrist shot from far out that gets deflected or finds its way through a bunch of traffic.
Into the far corner, it's Petrano activating. Avs able to strip him. Brought ahead by Newhook. Slipped Huberdeau, who wanted to take his head off. That puck lays at center ice, and Huberdeau down the right wing for Petrano. Now Eric Johnson calmly brings it up ice. What a play. Jack Johnson's got a head of steam and a new mouth. Here's Jack Johnson. Wrist shot saved by Bobrovsky. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go, period number 2. Score $100 in a Colorado Avalanche jersey when you open a qualified KeyBank checking account by December 31st. Visit a KeyBank branch or go to key.com/avalanche.
Well, there's Jack Johnson. He can't feel his lip, and he probably won't till about midnight tonight. He should get the feeling back in that. Took a couple of needles. I'm going to guess 14 stitches on the outside, about the same on the inside. And like I say, only hockey players get better looking with scars, and that's going to be a doozy. But it came in. Good shot from outside. You got to shoot everything right now. I think the pretty play is over. This is a tough game. Florida's a tough team. They play Tampa Bay. They have brawls all the time, so they're kind of built for this.
In this contest, the Avs with 15 shots on goal. The Panthers have 16. Johnson bangs it back for Devontae. Run that by Lomberg. Didn't get a lot on that one, and Aube-Kubel challenge. Off the boards, Avs chip it up the near side. Luosterainen threw it off another body. That puck is loose. Finally Taves sends it up and out. Here is Gudas. Forsling now marching to the red line, and in it comes again. On the stick of Aube-Kubel. He's been out there for a while. Nice little move. Got himself free, and he's able to dump it down the ice.
Aube-Kubel's been a real nice player since he came over. He's competitive. You think he's 6'1", 210, folks. He's 5'11", 180. Gets it done.
Mikko Val down the slot and poked away. Bobrovsky got his paddle on it. Carried ahead by Bennett. Wanted to drop it for Huberdeau. Huberdeau shields with his body. Now McKinnon took a whack and he's got control. Nathan McKinnon, and a penalty coming up on the Panthers. Ducked into the far corner. After it is Girard, and we have a whistle, so the Avs will get their second power play of the game. It was a high stick. Aaron Ekblad is trying to plead his case, and he's not going to win. Referees tonight, of course, Frederic Lecuyer and Francois Saint-Laurent.
Well, we'll take a look at the play here in a second. We'll hear from the referee.
Number 5, Florida, minor penalty, high sticking.
So here we go.
As a player, Moj, you hate when you take a high stick, because a lot of times it's accidental, but as I said earlier, look at Andrew Burnett, he's going, what? I didn't see a high stick. Who's seen one? Well, we don't even care. This is a big power play. I think we all know that at home. We got a minute 37 in the period. This would be a monster goal, Moj.
In this game tonight, it would be. Mikko leaning in. This is where Gabe is always so good on the draw, but Rantanen's been getting better. He wins it. McCarr keeps it in. What a play. McKinnon faked the one-timer. Looks, shoots, saved by Bobrovsky as Nichushkin had leapt up in the air and that puck is cleared up and out.
We're scoring so many goals like that where Mikko Rantanen sits to the side and just deflects the puck in. Nice try. McKinnon threw a nice little pass down for a deflection. Nichushkin just couldn't get the right angle on it.
Here comes McKinnon. Rifling his way in down the wing. Now for JT. Comfort kicks it back for McCarr. Kale, patient. Now to Mikko in his normal spot. Back to Kale it goes. McKinnon fakes the one-timer, gives it back to Kale. Back to McKinnon, one-timer, saved by Bobrovsky, and it goes into the screen. That one got him in the shoulder, and McKinnon had dialed it up with a howitzer.
Okay, we'll take a look at the penalty first here, folks. Here's the high stick right at the blue line, up top, and boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can't brush your teeth with his hockey stick. Come on, Bruno. He knows it too. That's a legit penalty. Now, here is a slap shot. Oh, is that a missile? Almost a perfect shot. I want to see McKinnon get 3 more from that angle. He'll be scoring.
Avs win the draw again. To the near side, it's Burakovsky. Walks in. Now Mikko, back to Burakovsky. Funneled up top. McCarr, long wrist shot wide of the net, and that got through, and the Panthers clear it down.
You see what McCarr did there, Moj? He pulled it, almost like he knew he was going to McKinnon and tried to snap it quick and just misfired. I think he would have scored there.
Approaching 30 seconds to go in period number 2 as McKinnon again darts through center ice. Carries it in. McKinnon couldn't get the wrist shot off. Mikko gives it up. Slot, shot, score! Andre Burakovsky on the power play. A perfect little flip from Mikko. He finds Burakovsky cutting in, who rips it past the blocker of Bobrovsky. The Avs have taken a 1-0 lead on Burakovsky's 10th of the season.
What a play, what a shot coming into the zone. McKinnon's flying up the ice. Tries to get a shot right there. Look at Mikko Rantanen's power move to the front of the net. At top shelf, where Mom hides the Christmas cookies. Watch the shot there. The Mikko play is incredible. Look at that move to the front backhand. And Moj, that is vintage Burakovsky. You want to know what a 30-goal guy looks like? Boom! Posting in. Pretty much to beat Bobrovsky would take posting in tonight.
Absolutely. For Mikko Rantanen, his 200th career assist in the National Hockey League, and that was impressive. So the Avs 1 for 2 on the power play. They want more with 15 to go, and here comes O'Connor, stood right up by Weegar. And that puck rolls free right to Verhaeghe. Challenged, hit, Avs force the turnover, new hook up top. Girard fakes it, gives it off for Taves with a wrist shot, and it rolls slowly off of O'Connor to the top of the crease with 2 seconds left in the period.
Here we got to look at Mikko Rantanen. It seems like he was a rookie yesterday. And anytime we could put John Michael Lyles in a scenario where he gets past, and we always like to see that. Check you later, Johnny. But Mikko, and you know, was that me?
Poor Johnny.
You watch Mikko Rantanen. Where's he going to be at the end of his career? Right up there with Milan Hajduk and pushing the top of all Avalanche stars.
Well, as Pete would say, you've got to be a really good hockey player to pass Johnny Lyles.
I mean, not only really good, but really good looking as well.
100%. And that will do it for the second period here at Ball Arena. So the Avs strike late on the power play as the big guns worked it in. McKinnon to Rantanen to Burakovsky, who finishes it off.
I'm having as much fun with 1-0 as I am 6-5 right now. This is an unreal hockey game we're watching, folks.
After 2 periods of play here in Denver, it's the Avalanche 1 and the Panthers 0. And you're watching Colorado Avalanche hockey on Altitude. Coming up after the break, stay tuned. Highlights and much, much more coming your way on the Toyota Intermission Report. Bank. Score Avs gear when you bank with KeyBank. Visit key.com/avalanche to learn more. And by King Supers. Fresh for everyone. Here we go for period number 3 with Mark Rycroft. I'm Mark Mosher. Peter McNabb has the night off. The Avs with a 1-0 lead to begin the final 20 minutes. The goalies have been good tonight.
We didn't anticipate we'd be doing how good are the goaltenders playing back, but we did speak ahead of time and said, if it's a tight game, the goalies are going to be great. Look at Mikko. Just clutched right in there. McKinnon right off the shoulder. It's got to be a 95-mile-an-hour slap shot in there. Is when the dam broke. What a pass by Mikko. What a shot by Burakovsky. And then we moved to our man, Darcy Kemper. He's been outstanding on the penalty kill tonight. That was one of his biggest saves of the game. Watch Hornquist comes in, waits, just outweights the man. Little toe drag, still grabs it. No rebound of any kind. Kemper's seeing all the pucks. He's out at the top of his crease. Moshe, he's had a phenomenal 40 minutes, but you know this is going to be a playoff-type battle right down until the horn blows for the final 20 here.
Here we go. We're underway. Take a look at the Geico stats for bundling made easy. Go to geico.com. Long shot and gloved by Bobrovsky as Burakovsky had gone to the front of the net. You see the scoring chances there, 11-4 in the hits. Both teams have been active in that category tonight. Panthers stepping in the way of more Avalanche shots, and they've won the majority of the faceoffs.
And most of folks that don't watch a lot of hockey and are wondering where the goals are, this is one of the most entertaining games that I can watch. The hitting is intense. There's not an inch out on that ice for anybody. They're earning everything they get, and this is what you get when two top teams play against each other at the top of their game.
The emotional level picked way up.
Big time Moshe.
Steers it off for Weegar. We'll see how much Andrew Brunette tells his defensemen to activate in this game. They've got some guys who can do it, including Weegar and Ekblad, the top pair. Bennett trying to march his way up the boards, gives it off. Ekblad, long shot. That's way high on the screen. And we have a whistle. Here's your chance to own a one-of-a-kind holiday tree created by the Avs Better Halves during the holiday tree auction. You can see and bid on these special trees at ksc.givesmart.com, or you can text KSC to 76278. You can also see them at the game versus the Rangers on Tuesday night. Auction proceeds benefit the Avs Better Halves community projects in Colorado, but hurry because the auction will close on Tuesday night.
Moshe, the Better Halves put a lot of work into that, almost to the point where it becomes a competition between all the gals.
Yeah, the trees are really cool. Avs can't clear the zone. The puck is flagged down by Johnson. Up the boards, hit Obe-Kupel in the skate. Couldn't get it out yet again, so Kemper will flash out and play that puck. High off the glass, it'll ricochet up and out. Montour to Forsling. That one gets through Verhage, and there's Girard. EJ out into the neutral zone, and Obe-Kupel right to Val in stride. Nichushkin is up the middle. Nichushkin wrist shot, and it's deflected into the screen. Again, a lot of shots challenged tonight by both teams.
I think the players have had their best, as we call it in the game, sticks in lanes night. I've seen all night long down here. Makar's been deflecting pucks. Eric Johnson right there. Nichushkin comes in, and you're trained as a player. Get your stick right on where that follow-through is going to be, deflected out of the zone, becomes a harmless play.
Avalanche tonight with 19 shots on goal at this point. Nathan McKinnon leading the way with only 3. The Avs haven't had less than 27 in the game all season long. Up top. Quick shot there by Makar as he picked up the loose puck, and it was over the top of the net. Here's Jack Johnson behind his cage, knocked away by the Panthers. Avs got a stick on it. It's batted to the near side of a ricochet right to Gudas, and that shot missed by a mile. Levy at the point to Gudas. Backhands it deep off the end boards. Johnson took a chop at it. Puck is loose, rolls into the top of the crease. Battle for the puck. Darcy Kemper trying to get it, and he's got it. And there's Patrick Hornquist right down deep yet again as Comfer. That's a half of a face wash there. He's already had 2 tonight, so we'll call it 2.5 for JT Comfer as Kemper again strong in his crease.
Moshe, for 2 teams that are very talented and scoring a lot of goals, the puck just seems to be bouncing all over the place. Not a whole lot of tape-to-tape action. It's jumping in the neutral zone. You can see on the replay, it's jumping in front of the net. Look at Hornquist, puts his hands up. No penalty here, and then he comes back. Those are 2 of the top face washers. Hornquist might be the NHL all-time leader in getting face wash. Comfer's trying to catch him, I think, for first all-time.
That's always fun, isn't it?
You know, you never feel anything till after the game, but yeah, nice soiled mitt in the face. Not the most enjoyable part of the game.
Lingering smell if you get a really good one.
Well, and now with the visors on, you try and push that helmet down and you can get it right on the bridge of your nose or right above the lip there. That's what kind of smarts you.
Yeah. Here's McKinnon leaning in for the draw to the right of Darcy Kemper. And Girard steers that one up the boards. Ekblad trying to keep it in, challenged by Burakovsky, and out it comes. Panthers with a jumbo into the corner, now tip it. Back to Thornton in front! Wide of the net by Toronto. That was a design play. One-timer, Ekblad fanned on it. Steered ahead. Here comes Mikko. He'll raise in, down the wing, in the slot. Burakovsky backhands and scores! Andre Burakovsky, his second of the game, his 11th of the season, and the Avs turn an almost goal by Florida into their own odd man rush. They have a 2-0 lead here in the third.
Moja played by Florida in the Avalanche zone. Watch this pass across here. Oh, it just caught him inside. He had to go upstairs. And then a whiff of all the missed plays I've seen tonight. Here's the play right here. Now, I love that Burakovsky stays with the play. Taves is driving the net. That leaves Burakovsky wide open. And he waits him out on the backhand. From 1 goal in 9 games to 4 goals in 2 games. Oh, and he went 7-hole Moja. I thought he went upstairs. Oh, what a gift to score goals. Big play at one end leads to a goal at the other. Oh, that was exciting.
You called it earlier. That puck is sent off the end boards, no icing. Burakovsky, when he gets in a groove, he's an absolute goal-scoring thoroughbred. Avs batted down the ice. Burakovsky's on it again. Icing is waved off. Hammered into the corner by the defenseman Carlson. Panthers on the counterattack. Mikko Rantanen, the only assist right now is the Avs got in the way of that pass down the slot. For Burakovsky, his 4th 2-goal game of the season, that shot deflected up into the netting. Second consecutive 2-goal game as he had a deuce 2 nights ago against Detroit.
My favorite part about this goal is Burakovsky's patience. Look at Mikko. Remember, Burakovsky started the play, hold, he just waits off the stick from Ekblad and then outweights Bobrovsky, who's incredibly athletic and beats everybody to the post. And Burakovsky's got it. But Moj, the streaky scorer that he is, he can win a playoff series on his own if he gets hot. And that's exactly why he's so crucial to this team. Streaky as they come, he's the difference tonight.
How about Ekblad getting back into that play at the last second? Kiefer, you were down there. You had a really good look, and here comes Burakovsky.
Well, and guys, who did we talk about in the pregame? We talked about Devon Toews. He was the one that was dragged Owen Tippett right through. You know, he created that lane essentially for Burakovsky and Mikko Rantanen. Devon Toews, he's the defenseman. He's the first guy up the ice.
Val tried to give it off from Makar, who cut in. Yeah, Kiefer, it's just amazing because you see Burakovsky see the hole down the slot, and he fills right in for the perfect pass.
Well, like you said, well, that's a penalty. Should be.
Well, Val was crushed, and it's not a penalty. Fans are irate. Jammed back now for Taves. Into the circle with his shot. Save, rebound! Oh, it's blocked away, backhanded. Saved by Burakovsky. And again, Nichushkin is cut down to the ice.
Kiefer, how did that look from your angle, bud? You're right there.
Well, that's a full Nadia Comaneci by old Bob there. I mean, look at that. Oh man. I mean, the fact that he can even stretch like that hurts me.
And here comes a chance right here as we're watching. That was a takedown by Nichushkin on the back end, and Bobrovsky. I mean, you say Nadia Comaneci, I'm watching that replay. His legs are completely split. What action down in front of you. Hey, did you think Burakovsky was going to run out of room on the backhand?
Yeah, I mean, Burakovsky, when he gets hot, is one of the most dangerous players. I mean, he'll go, 4 or 5 games without scoring, and then he scores in bunches. But that, I did not think that Bobrovsky was going to be able to leave that open on the glove hand side. I didn't think he could. Didn't think there was enough space.
How about Kiefer going all the way back to 1976 for his gymnastics reference?
He loves, that's his go-to. It's his number one.
It must be. Kiefer. It's a pretty big pull by Kyle, wasn't it?
I've had more Nadia Comaneci over the last 13 years, Moj, than I can remember.
I love it. Gloved by Kemper, he'll hold on. Well, Andre Burakovsky now has 4 goals in his last 2 games.
Isn't that great? And now guess what? The past is history, and there it is. Just a big old simple slap shot. You see the look. He's like, okay, now I'm getting hot. There's a backhand. Beautiful play by Mikko Rantanen off of the faceoff. And now here it is tonight. Oh, was that a big goal? Posting in is about the only way you're going to beat the Bob tonight. Here it is. Backhand. Wait him out. Doesn't go shelf. Decides to go middle 7-hole. And look at Ball Arena. Mo's this place. You can just feel the energy in here tonight.
That puck is deflected over the glass and into the, well, actually it came back on off the netting. But what's amazing is Ekblad, who fanned on the one-timer, actually got back into the play, denied Burakovsky the chance to go to the forehand, and so he had to swing it right and backhand. That was pretty impressive by Ekblad, but it was just a split second too late, and Burakovsky made him pay.
And a heads-up play by Mikko Rantanen, but Kyle said it right. Devontae drove the lane, so he forced that defenseman back, which gave Burakovsky the hole. Look at Kyle. He's talking about hockey almost like he played it, Moj.
It's amazing.
I think he did in Wyoming a couple games.
Yeah, wait until we get him talking about rowing. He'll talk your ear off about that. Turnover. Bumped right to the stick of Mikko. He'll race in with McKinnon. Tonight with a shot. Saved by Bob. That puck is batted up and out it comes. We haven't seen Sergei Bobrovsky play like this, I think, in a while as well. As you talked about, Riker, he's had a couple of down years for Florida. Not the old Bob of Columbus, but he seemingly has found his game.
Well, and there might be a certain first-round draft pick named Spencer Knight behind him who's pushing the envelope for some playing time.
Well, that
and I think you're watching Bobrovsky get a little bit motivated here.
I think so. Fired through Tippett. Now he'll dump it down in. Going right through Kemper. Watch out. Got to get back into his creases. Jumbo behind the net. Tied up by Jack Johnson. That puck poked right to Newhook. He absorbs a hit as Tippett tried to lay him out. Now back to Owen Tippett at the hashes. Shot defended by Newhook and deflected up into the screen.
Okay, let's get back to the splits right here. Oh, this is the shot by Nathan McKinnon. Oh, that's the shot he loves too. Just past the ear, so the goaltender can't get the glove on it. Just a little bit of padding kept that one out of the net. That's McKinnon's go-to on that play. Twice he's been up high on that shoulder, and Bobrovsky somehow has been able to get his shoulder up there, but he's completely revived himself this season, and in no doubt, Spencer Knight behind him, 13th overall pick in 2019. He won World Junior Gold in 2021, but here it is, a goaltending duel tonight. Bobrovsky's looking great.
Helm could not find McCarr. He has to go fly down that puck and give off for Jack Johnson. Back to Caleb comes. Jack will tip it up for McKinnon. Could not get it deep. Montour intercepted. Battle right in front of the penalty box. That off for Montour. He'll snap it right back in. Over in the far corner, Lundell to Tippett. Swung around, and here comes Montour waiting. Abs poke at it. Maltsev had a stick tied up by Montour. Couldn't get the stick out. We have a penalty coming up here. And I think Maltsev is going to be the one that goes to the box.
Holding the stick, I believe, Mo.
Probably so.
Colorado, minor penalty, holding.
Just a holding penalty, period. They were both tied up with each other and spinning in circles.
Mo, so tough on a young guy. Let's take a look at it here. Sticks between the legs. He just gets the hand down. He tries to be real slick about it. And it just looked bad. And as a young guy, first call-up of the year, Moj, I'm telling you, this is the longest 2 minutes of this young man's life. You don't want to be responsible for allowing Florida back into this game. This penalty kill is massive. Everything hinges on these 2 minutes. And he is just praying to whatever he wants to that the Avs can kill this off for him.
Well, it could have been a can opener situation, but he made his legs incredibly wide. That puck came out of the zone. Offside on Florida. He made his legs incredibly wide as to not get knocked down.
Yes.
And then,
you know what it was? When he put his hand down. When he put his hand down, that's what got him. We're going to look here, see if it. Look at that puck is bouncing. That looked like it might have hung in there. Yeah, we'll take the referees. Good, great call by the officials on that one.
Good job, linesman.
Way outside.
Ben O'Quinn is the one who made that call. The other linesman tonight is Ryan Galloway. Avs win it, and Taves throws it down. Bobrovsky catches it like a line drive off a bat. Ekblad challenged by O'Connor. Watch for Logan O'Connor on every penalty kill. Draw pass finds Reinhart, and he'll find Hornqvist. Back to Reinhart as he swings it around for Bennett. Got through him. JT Comfort chased up the boards and got cut down. Puck is loose. Here come the Avalanche. Given off now for JT. Back into the play comes Huberdeau, and that centering pass batted into the far corner off a stick. Good coverage and recovery by Florida to deny. Ekblad couldn't get it deep, and the Avs knock it right back out.
Best part about that is both Comfort and O'Connor were tired, so you're hoping they wouldn't get caught, and they didn't. They both had a full change on the way back. We got some fresh forwards out there.
Here's Val. Stood up by Ekblad, but killing off more time. 1 minute to go in the Florida power play. It's their third of the game. Ekblad will spin. Right through center ice. Here he comes. Sends it down. Near side to far. Lepar with a reversal. Up he comes up the boards. Hit Jumbo in the leg. It's hard to avoid him. Good play by Joe's. Got a stick on that pass.
Penalty killers in lanes, making it hard for Florida to get in and set up. Perfect job so far.
Well, you have to want to work on the PK, and the Avs do tonight. Less than 30 seconds to go in the Florida power play. Montour bumps it for Vetrano. Avs trying to recover. Verhaeghe, cross-ice pass. Jumbo Show scores. Joe Thornton on a perfect seam pass to the bottom of the near circle, able to ram it home. His third goal of the season, and Florida has cut it to a 2-1 lead.
So close. They just got caught down low, and that was a beautiful pass across the way. I was in full control here, in good position. Heads up to the point, and they're right down below, and you can see Helm tries to get down. He just tries. Oh, man, Jumbo Joe scored that from an almost impossible angle. Watch the sauce pass. Kemper gets across, tries to save it with the glove, but it's just below. If this goes above the pad and below the glove, it's the perfect shot. I think that just snuck in right between the post and the pad, I think, Moshe.
For Joe Thornton, that's career goal 252. Of course, he has been a primary assist man. For the majority of his career, he's got over 1,000 of those.
No celebration at all, just business-like. Hey, Moshe, boy, that was a big goal for Florida.
It certainly was. So much time left in this game. Girard to Daves. Lumped ahead. And to center ice. Deflected in by Longberg. By the way, Thornton passes Mark Recchi for 12th place on the all-time points list. It's amazing. Hornqvist blocking away. Another shot. What in the net? As that puck went right to Forsling. Here's Gudis. Off the inboards to the side of the cage. Paddled away by Darcy Kemper. Avs need to find their composure a little bit here. Gudis. Forecheck by Burakovsky. Top line now going off. Here comes Bennett right back in. Bennett with a wrist shot. Snuffed out by the Avs, and Girard coughed it up to Bennett. Off the skate, Huberdeau trying to locate, and Aube-Kubel could not, but Taves can. He'll find the glass and hit Ekblad. Newhook can't get it out of the zone, and this is a problem for the Avs as Florida continues to apply the pressure. The puck will finally bounce out to the red line, and Mackenzie Weegar dumps it right back in.
Yeah, here's where Coach Bednar wants to put out his most reliable line. Get the puck deep. Don't let the momentum all shift over to Florida here.
Newhook, rather than clear the zone, send it back. Now it's fired up for Val. Flips it ahead. Drug in now by Aube-Kubel with a wrist shot. He missed. At the point, Jack Johnson sends it down deep, but it's blocked away by Thornton. And Shushkin still challenges, can't get a stick on it. Now forces the turnover, brings it right back in to Val, but he's rubbed off by Thornton. Aube-Kubel just a step behind there. Steered up ice. Will this be an icing call? It will be, as Eric Johnson read it well, pivoted and raced to the dot. Berg Simpson reminds you, when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. Berg Simpson, good lawyers, changing lives.
Well, Moshe, that was great timing to have an icing. Eric Johnson just got back to it in time. You could feel Florida gaining momentum. It's always going to happen. You're down 2-0, you score a goal. You're going to pick it up. Now we got a big offensive draw, and the big line is out.
Puck is down. Tippett. Able to get just enough on it. Back it comes for Burakovsky as he chopped it right to himself. Spinning away. Finds McKinnon. He'll drag it through Tippett. Bounce it off the inboards. Here's Mikko wrenching and pulling. McKinnon back up top, and it's stolen away by Tippett, who read it well. Owen Tippett has become quite a nice player for the Florida Panthers. Girard with a sidestep, steers it out, but no Avs home as it's fired back for Hornqvist. So deadly from the outside, knocked away there by Darcy Kemper. In Florida, I think they get back to their structure. They're very much buoyed by that tally. Cross ice, walking in, Montour shoots and scores! Brandon Montour filled in and ties the game at 2.
Well, Moj, this game might be 5-4 yet. Avs get caught on a bit of a change. Montour comes in and shoots through a screen. There it is, everybody's wholesaling at the bench. Oh boy, missed man trying to get back. Whenever a guy's wide open in front, Logan O'Connor's trying to get back, and that sneaks under the 7 of Hornquist, where he spent his whole career in front of the net. No chance on the screen, goes right under the armpit. And just like that, this playoff game, let me excuse myself, this regular season game feeling more like a playoff game every single second.
Certainly is. Avs being outshot in this period 7-4. Now Florida with 2 third-period tallies has tied the game. Avs scored late in period at number 2 on the power play, Burakovsky, and then early in period 3. So the Avs got to find their jam again. Here's Jost. Right back into the wrist shot, never got through. Montour. Brandon Montour playing well tonight for Andrew Brunette. Eric Johnson ahead. Shipped in, race for it, given off. Here's Comfer, who got ridden off that puck. Again, Logan O'Connor being very unselfish there. Bumped right back up the ice. Here's O'Connor in. Walks in, shoots. Blocker save, Bobrovsky with 9:02 to go in period 3. We've got a 2-2 game. Jumbo Joe Thornton, his 3rd of the season. Montour, his 4th. Has us all evened up here in the final frame. The perfect place to do your holiday shopping this season. We even helped you out a little bit with a guide to some of our favorite picks. Here's my favorites. Check out ideas from yours truly, our friends here at Altitude. You can also enter to win one of our selections. All you've got to do is head on over to ColoradoAvalanche.com for all the details.
Kiefer likes the Makar jersey. Well, here's what, Moj. This will test your mettle. It's almost good. This can happen to the Avs. You're in full control of the game. Now you got a tie game. It's so playoff ready. Let's see who's got the guts to stand up to scoring the next goal.
Mikko forces the turnover. Rantanen check from behind. And he could not put the drop pass up top, and he's read about it. Bennett just inside the line, cut off by Taves, and that puck rolls. Avs couldn't quite catch up as it hits the glass. Batted through Huberdeau. It'll come to the near side. Taves couldn't get it through Bennett, who had perfect position. McKinnon still staying with the play as down goes Huberdeau. And now here's Mikko. Gives it for McKinnon. Still has a burst of energy left on this shift. Drops it. Burakovsky. Wrist shot. He scores! It's a hat trick for Andre Burakovsky. He puts the Avs on top by a score at 3-2. And that is the patented wrister from the top of the circles that he loves to unleash. And the hats come raining down here on the ice at Ball Arena. It's a beautiful sight to see as these two heavyweights go toe-to-toe at the center of the ring.
One of the best releases in the National Hockey League, Moj. We've known it, we've seen it, and when he's streaky, it is rolling. What a play. It all starts back in the zone. Right now, you can hear McKinnon from up. Watch him. He's whacking his stick, just calling for it. And everybody can read off McKinnon. They all get drawn to him. McKinnon pushes the defenseman back. Burakovsky slides in behind. But Moj, not many guys can beat a goaltender from right there. Upstairs. 3 goals in a row. We're up 3-2. Watch the flex on the stick. Wow, what a pure goal scorer. Burakovsky from 1 goal in 9 games to 5 goals in 2. Thank you very much.
Absolutely incredible for Andre Burakovsky. As you said it, Riker, when he heats up, he can absolutely fly. And he can rip that puck. Let's take a look at all 3 goals here tonight for Andre Burakovsky.
Well, he's being set up beautifully, Moj, but he's also shooting the puck. Look at that play from McKinnon. But that's a posting-in shotter. Bobrovsky's got that. Now he's feeling the hot hand. Here's a sweet backhand, so he's scoring in them all scenarios. I love the celly on the knees. And then here's the most beautiful one. McKinnon slides him behind, use the defenseman as a screen, and he goes top shelf where Mum keeps the eggnog. And I'm talking about the spiked stuff, Moj.
Oh, jeez. Not the spike stuff.
Yes.
For Burakovsky, it's his first career hat trick. It's the second for the Avalanche this season, of course. Mikko Rantanen had one back on the 27th of November against the Nashville Predators, but Burakovsky is now absolutely on fire.
Most great stat. I did not know that. In a way, I'm almost shocked that's his first career hat trick. Remember last night how he was working so hard to get that third goal?
So many times in his career, he has scored 2 goals. Last night, the Avs, or I should say 2 nights ago, the Avs kept feeding him. The assist on that go to Nathan McKinnon and Mikko Rantanen. For Nate, it's his second of the night. For Mikko, it's his third. He's assisted on all 3 of Burakovsky's goals. And it comes to the Florida zone, and Montour feeds Tippett. Lead pass got right through Verhaeghe. Kicked into the Panthers zone. Out on the tape of Forsling. That one goes right through Verhaeghe, all the way deep. Newhook had to race. Through Valid comes up and out. Montour backpedals, waits for his team to change. The Avs have now taken the lead in shots on goal, 24-23. Into the near corner. Girard absorbed that hit in order to make the play, but didn't clear the zone. Ekblad, long wrist shot, blocked away by Kemper. He saw it the entire way. Chipped away. Thornton gives it up. Now Ekblad a drive and a glove save by Kemper with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in period number 3. We will take a timeout. Andre Burakovsky's first career hat trick has the Avs on top. The Avs to the lead.
And Moj, you and I are talking off camera, the ability to release the puck. He gets so much on it, just boom, it's so quick. He almost puts nothing into it and it comes out hot. But then he's also got the poise and the skill. Hold like Braveheart. He finds a way under the 7-0 right here. This is world class, baby. To score in a wrist shot on one of the best goalies in the NHL from out there. The amount of speed and weight and heat you can get on that puck, like Joe Sakic used to do, to bury that top shelf under that pressure and be that quick with it. It's a God-given talent, one of the best in the world.
In that one motion, he's able to pull it in just slightly. Oh, good read there by Taves to steer it out.
Like Moj, under a half a second, he can gather it and release it to perfection where he wants it to go.
And just as you said, so much torque, the Panthers are offside. Just so much torque. Let's take a look at the goal leaders now. Burakovsky's all the way up to 12 and tied with McCarr and Rantanen in one fell swoop.
Well, he scored 5 goals in 2 games. That'll climb you up the leaderboard in a hurry. And this is why the Avalanche are winning games and scoring so many goals, because look at how many guys have goals for the Avs. They're scoring by committee. Nobody's in a slump on this team. And that's just a beautiful thing. A team win, team scoring, team everything.
Here's McKinnon. Now Burakovsky brings it ahead, dumps it in.
Isn't that great, Moj?
Oh, I love it. Rantanen dishes off now. Burakovsky tried to give it up for Newhook in traffic. Puck is free down low. Rattled around. Poked at by the Avs. It's still loose. Racing for it now. Girard keeps it in, and he's chased up and across the blue line.
Now, Moj, Burakovsky had his stick broken beside the net, just like Ekblad did earlier. Should have been a 2-minute for slashing penalty. That could have been his 4th goal.
Bumped by Nichushkin looking for himself. Panthers turn it out to Thornton right in front of the penalty boxes, and back in it goes. Boy, what a game this has been. Headman pass, deflected in by Hornqvist. Kemper says, I'll handle with a paddle. Right through the referee to the half boards. Now it's Jack Johnson. Took that puck in the mouth in period number 1. Turnover. Vetrano finds Mackenzie Weegar. Had a man in the slot and then cut Newhook down to the ice. Eric Johnson pays the price to get that puck into the Florida zone as Bobrovsky sweeps. Center ice tip finds the target. Lundell is in. Drops it. Verhaeghe tried to send it down the slot. Tip it. Couldn't hang on. Obe Kubel had to go off his blade. That's deflected high off the glass. Verhaeghe wanted to send it across the seam. Now Tippett gathers control. Up top to Gudas. Swings it off, and that missed. Carlson chopped into the circle. Taves always sure-handed. Lobs it up, but not out. Poked out finally by Aube-Kubel, and the Avs were caught in their own zone.
Well, as you and I both know, this is going to be a nail-biting finish to this game. There's just no other way it can roll.
Off the boards, flipped out by Aube-Kubel. The Avs need a change, and they need to complete it in a hurry. Verhaeghe steps right back in. Tried to steer it off, and does for Bennett. Good play by Burakovsky. That puck is loose. Gerard sends it through Aube-Kubel, and he's been out there forever. Comfort trying to help out. Again, the Avs just can't get a clean change right now because the Panthers are hounding them at every moment. Into the zone, it comes down for Rantanen in front. Burakovsky. I think that's still the remnants of his broken stick.
It is, that's his old broken stick. And he didn't see that play developing. That was a tremendous pass by Mikko.
Big hit by Rantanen inside the Florida zone. Here's Burakovsky. Drops it for McKinnon. Racing in. Shoots it. A save by Burakovsky. Oh, man. He's robbed McKinnon 3 times tonight. Down goes Reinhart. Batted at by Montour. And he's stuck along the end boards. Taves paying the price for that and gathers his stick back. He is. Scramble. Pitchfork right off for Huberdeau, and Taves will pin it. He's booted it right to the Thornton in the corner. Fed to the slot. Burakovsky had his stick lifted. Here's Weegar walking in. Shoots, save by Darcy Kemper with a blocker, and it's cleared out by Burakovsky. There will be no icing. Ekblad ahead for Mackenzie Weegar, sends it right back in. Darcy Kemper plays it. Panthers the first one's there, and that one hit the side of the net. Puck squirts to the crease, rolls up the slot, poked away from Ekblad, and here comes O'Connor. It could be a 2-on-1 as Newhook flashing in. Logan O'Connor to Newhook, and a great recovery by Uyghurs at the end of his shift, and the long lead pass in stride. Tippett is in wrist shot, saved by Darcy. Off the back of the net, Avs scramble for it. Aaron Johnson says, I'll take command. Up and out it comes, and the Avs can get their change. 3 minutes exactly to go in this third period. We'll keep an eye on Bobrovsky. Montour ended ahead. It was intercepted by Cale Makar. Bumps it right off the chest of Verhaeghe, and he'll make the play. Out it comes. That puck bouncing in front of the Avalanche bench. Sidestepping is Makar. Tippett stayed right with him, but the Avs were able to get it in, and Bobrovsky bats it off. Jonathan Huberdeau wants the left wing. 2:28 left. Again, we'll keep an eye on Bobrovsky. Andrew Brunette does not call for him yet, but the Avs ice the puck, and it's going to give the Panthers an opportunity not only to rest, but to make the decision on their goalie. Well, here's the upcoming schedule presented by All Copy Products. Tuesday, the Avalanche will host the Rangers, and that's on ESPN. Then on Thursday, the Avs head to Music City to take on the Predators. Don't miss a minute of the action when complete coverage begins at 5:30. It's Colorado at Nashville. Thursday night hockey right here on Altitude. So Bobrovsky has been yanked by Andrew Brunette. Extra attacker is on the ice. And here is Comfer leaning in against Thornton. Can't win the draw. It comes to Ekblad. Shovels it down low, and Kemper had to fight that one off with a blocker. Huberdeau wants to go across the ice. Still can't do it. Avs plugging up the lanes. Side of the net. That one gets through Thornton, and it's a foot race to Helm. Able to body a man up. Scoots it up, not out. Ekblad keeps it alive, and Taves racing behind his cage. Up the glass it comes. Chopped at by the Panthers, and out into the neutral zone it goes. Knocked down to the ice was Tyson Jost as Tippett works it right back in. Kemper thought about playing it. Puck is loose in the crease, and he's got it now, pushing and shoving. We got some anger down low, and Hornqvist is involved. Jack Johnson is involved. He's got a rearranged lip as Huberdeau plays hug with him. And the whistle blows as Darcy Kemper exits it high into his own end. Still at the dot, Huberdeau and Johnson are angry with each other. You got to watch out for those stitches in Jack Johnson's face. He took that puck in the face earlier tonight. So let's take a look at the dump in again. Tippett steers it wide of the net, and Kemper thought about playing it, did not. And now loose puck into the crease. There's the whistle, and then here's what happens. Everybody gets involved. And Huberdeau comes in and grabs Johnson from behind by the head. And Jack Johnson got a face wash as Huberdeau's trying to go after his stitches. Oh, boy. And that's what made Johnson twice as angry. Huberdeau's going right for the cut in Jack Johnson's mouth. No additional bleeding from Jack Johnson. I believe the Avs have called a timeout as Jared Bednar is discussing things with his team on the far side. It's a 3-2 Avalanche lead late in this one. Panthers now taking the lead in shots on goal, 28-26. Andre Burakovsky's first career hat trick, accounting for all 3 Avalanche goals, as we said. Mikko Rantanen, 3 assists on the night. He needed 1 to reach 200. Now he's got 202. And Nathan MacKinnon continues to rack up the points. He's got a couple of helpers on the evening as well from MacKinnon. It's assists 17 and 18, and he's now got 21 points in 15 games. So here we go. Avs leave their bench and parade back into their own zone. Eric Johnson is out there. Devon Toews is out there. And it's MacKinnon, Comfort, and Mikko Rantanen. The crowd here at Ball Arena on its feet. 1:43 to go in regulation. The net is empty for Florida. It has been now for a little less than a minute. Comfort stares at Bennett. MacKinnon jumped too soon. Linesman telling him to settle down. Now MacKinnon gives a poke to Hornqvist. The linesman will come over and talk to him. It's a little spear. Now they whack sticks at each other. Huge face-off. Avs win it. Eric Johnson finds Toews. Up the boards it comes. Cut off by Uyghur. Behind the net, rolls through. Foot race. There goes JT with a two-hand whack, but couldn't quite get there. Centering pass, blocked away by Toews, who will come up for Ekblad. Walks the line, was chased by MacKinnon, now Mackenzie Uyghur. Had it poked away, stays with the play. That's it to the far circle, and it got through Reinhart. Eric Johnson cut that one off, and a stoppage in play, and a penalty is coming up. It's going to be a cross-check, and it's going to be on Rantanen.
96, Colorado. Minor penalty. Cross-checking.
So we will have a 6-on-4 situation. Let's take a look at what happened up high in the zone. Actually, we'll take a look deep in the zone. Mikko was throwing his arms up in the air. Here's Devon Toews challenging Reinhart, and there's Rantanen knocking down Bennett right in front of the Avalanche net. So now Florida has used its timeout. This will be the 4th power play of the night for the Florida Panthers. They are 1 for 3 so far. Crowd here at Ball Arena still on its feet. There's Mikko in the box. Things got physical early in this game. Jacob McDonald was knocked out on a hit by Ryan Lomberg. That started all the emotions. Again, moving his extremities. Awake alert here at Ball Arena. Was not taken to the hospital, but he was taken off the ice on a stretcher. Well, 1:18 to go. Avs are on the kill for the 4th time tonight, and the discussion takes place. 7 total shots in the power play for the Panthers tonight, and all of their big guns are out there. Leading in is JT Comfort. Lays at the dot. A scramble. Dug out by the Panthers. Kick to Ekblad, and now Uyghur. Walks the line. No shooting lane. Now Huberdeau, top of the circle. Bennett will switch places with him. Comes to Mackenzie Uyghur. Back to Bennett. Tried to dish off down low. Puck is loose. Poked at. Comes to Kemper. And he'll jump on top as he keeps it from crossing the goal line. Whistles everywhere with now under a minute to go. 58.1 left. That puck was bouncing It eluded Erik Johnson right to the net. Hit Kemper in the right pad as he closed the 5-hole at the very last second. Compher is coming off the ice. Tyson Jost is coming on. So the forward to be Jost and O'Connor. On the back end, it's Taves and Erik Johnson. Here's the draw. And kicked out as Tyson Jost. Crowd angry. Again, 58.1 left, and Logan O'Connor will lean in against Reinhart. Galloway drops the puck. Panthers win it again to the point. Uyghur straight up top, fake the slapper, finds Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau with a wrist shot, knocked down in front. Loose puck, kicked wide of the net. Comes to Bennett, he'll give it for Ekblad. Tipped by Jost, up and out, and all the way down. He'll give chase. Loose puck deep in the Florida zone. Tyson Jost has nobody to dish to. As he takes a hit and tries to eat it, it'll squirt out of the pile. Panthers bring it up quickly. 30 seconds left in this one. Knocked down to the ice was Bennett. Jost had it poked free. It comes up to Ekblad. Now Uyghur straight away to Bennett, one-timer blocked by Erik Johnson. He couldn't get enough stick on it. Banged up top, 15 to go, long drive, saved by Kemper, rebound, saved by Kemper, rebound, swept out of the crease, and down goes EJ to help out his goalie, as we've got the whistles with 8.8 seconds left. The crowded Ball Arena absolutely loving the effort by the Avalanche and Erik Johnson. Never want to be afraid to sacrifice his own body. You see it right there. He goes down to one knee. The one-timer from Bennett right off the heel of his skate. And a goal-mouth scramble as Kemper kicked that one out. It got behind him, did the puck, and kept out by Erik Johnson again. Oh, the Condors come to play tonight. Terrific job right there to sweep it back under his goalie. Helm is on the ice. Compher has come onto the ice. You see the Ball Arena crowd pumped. It's 7.4 seconds left now. JT in against Bennett. If the Avs can win this draw, they can eat it. Still on the kill. 6-on-4 for Florida. Now they've gone back to 11.4 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure that's right either. We're going to have to take a look at it, I believe. Mikko Rantanen standing in the box on the near side. There is Francois Saint-Laurent to talk to the clock operator.
Moj, can you believe how loud the crowd was when Erik Johnson saved that one?
Riker, it was deafening in here.
Well, I couldn't tell from this angle, Moj, that Erik Johnson saved the goal. Look, pushes his man out.
Oh, he did.
That's a game-tying goal right there. And then EJ takes one down. Hey, win the draw, win the game, Mr. Moj.
Yep, Taves had done it before. Panthers, they'll win it. Ekblad gives it off for Uyghur. Back to Ekblad, one-timer. Saved by Kemper. Loose puck, and another whistle with 3.5 left. Oh, man. Darcy Kemper flashing out and making himself gigantic to make that save, Riker.
Moj, the Avalanche have not done very good winning draws here in the last minute and a half. Every time Florida's got it back. And a slap shot in. Look, 2 Florida players in front. Everybody's wailing at it. It's a mass of humanity in front. Here's a great look at deflection. Kemper. He's got all 6'4" of his whole frame out the top of the crease. Oh, what a play.
Erik Johnson all over. Look at him. All over that puck again.
Boy, this is big Erik Johnson moments, isn't it?
Sure is.
This is how you win. He's getting his big body in front of everything. Just that mass, knocking people over. Kemper, Erik Johnson. What a finish, Moj. Incredible hockey.
Patrick Hornqvist has been doing what he does in the front of the net. Here we go. 3.9 left. Can the Avs win a draw? Florida's been dominant all night. It's tipped to the near side. 2 to go, 1 to go. Onto an empty net, and it hits the post, but it doesn't matter. The Colorado Avalanche, and now Rantanen wants some at center ice. Here we go, baby. Donnybrook at the red line. Linesman trying to step in, and Mikko's getting pounded. Jost is in the mix. EJ will join the fray. Helmets are flying off. Rantanen came out of the box, and he went right after one of the Panthers. He's so angry. What an emotional win for this Avalanche team all night long. It's been like this. The Avs, though, win in regulation. Here's Mikko out of the box. Looked at Uyghur and took a chop at him.
Look at that, Moj. This really is old school Donnybrook hockey right here. You can't wave your stick in a guy's face like that. Good for Mikko getting back at it. Wow, what a hockey game.
Riker, what an incredible hockey game. The Avs have now won 7 straight at home. Jared Bednar now has 200 wins as head coach of the Colorado Avalanche. That is tops the first coach in Avalanche history to reach 200 wins, and it did not come easy. The Florida Panthers, one of the best teams in the National Hockey League, the Avalanche proving they are as well. And this was an absolutely epic hockey game from top to bottom. What a game tonight as the Avs get the win and move to 34 points on the season. The Avs exit the ice with Sammy G, and here comes Eric Johnson too. Tap gloves with Cam McCarr. Let's go downstairs, Alan Roach, with our 3 stars of the game.
Tonight's 3 stars of the game is selected by our Colorado hockey coach of the game, Sean Sanborn from the Colorado Rampage. Tonight's 3rd star from the Avalanche with 31 saves and the win, number 35, Darcy Kemper. Tonight's 2nd star from the Avalanche, assisting on all 3 goals tonight, number 96, Mikko Rantanen. And tonight's 1st star, scoring all 3 of those goals, number 95, Andrei Burakovsky. Vic Lombardi is with our number 1 star.
Andre, I asked you this at the intermission. It looked like playoff hockey from up there. Did it feel like a playoff hockey night?
Yeah, this was definitely one of the craziest nights. The fans was unbelievable. The supporters all game. It was unbelievable to hear and see.
Before we get into your hat trick, talk us through the final chaotic moments there. Your teammates are on the ice. Did you see that save by EJ?
Yeah, it was incredible. I've never been that nervous in my life. Obviously, the guys on ice, great fucking job, and obviously the Kemper in the net as well.
Your goals were spectacular and much needed. First career hat trick. How big did that goal look to you tonight?
I mean, I've been waiting a long time for it. I wonder if I was ever going to get one, but finally it came through, and it was nice to get in a game like this too.
Andrei Burakovsky.
All right, thank you, Vic Lombardi. Colorful language there from Andrei Burakovsky. We apologize. He's obviously excited about his first career hat trick as the Avs beat the Florida Panthers by a final score of 3-2. Be sure to join us again on Thursday when the Avs visit Nashville to take on the Predators. Complete coverage begins at 5:30 Mountain. Now, coming up after the break, stay tuned. Kyle Riker, Vic, and JML will have it all for you. Highlights and much, much more with the Avalanche Locker Room Report.